This is the down zone, down zone. This is the down zone, the down zone. You're in the down zone, down zone. You're in the down zone, the down zone. This is the down zone, down zone. It's in the down zone, down zone. You used to be 1 to 3 on the cumulus. It used to be. Jesus. Down zone, down zone, down zone, down zone, down zone. It's the down zone, down zone, down zone, down zone. This is the down zone, down zone. This is the down zone. This is the down zone. Listen to the down zone, down zone, down zone. Daddy J, be my patron, be your patient. You are my gods, you are the man. Talking about both of y'all. The down zone. This is the down zone. 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 It's the down zone. Down zone. Down zone. Down zone. This is the down zone, down zone. This is the down zone. Listen to the down zone. It's time to freaking listen to the down zone. Doesn't really matter what the time zone. It's time for the down zone. Time for the down zone. Doesn't really matter what time zone. Time to freaking listen to the down zone. Doesn't really matter what the time zone. As long as you just listen to the down zone.
Cause now they're told you're in the dump zone, where I make home. You're in the dump zone. We hope you come. We're in the dump zone.
You're in the down zone, down zone. This is the down zone, down zone. This is the down zone, down zone. This is the down zone, the down zone. You're in the down zone, down zone. You're in the down zone, the down zone. This is the down zone, down zone. This is the down zone, down zone. It used to be 1 to 3 on the cumulus. It used to be Jesus. Down zone, down zone, down zone, down zone, down zone. It's the down zone, down zone, down zone, down zone. This is the down zone, down zone. This is the down zone. This is the down zone. Listen to the down zone, down zone, down zone. Dedicate, be my patron, I'll be your patient. You are my gods, you are the man. Talking about both of y'all. The down zone. This is the down zone, 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 down zone. It's the down zone, down zone, down zone, down zone. to the Dom Zone. It's time to freaking listen to the Dom Zone. Doesn't really matter what the time zone. It's time for the Dom Zone. Time for the Dom Zone. Doesn't really matter what the time zone. Time to freaking listen to the Dom Zone. Doesn't really matter what the time zone. As long as you just listen to the Dom Zone.
Cause now they're gone. You're in the dump zone. Where have they gone? You're in the dump zone. We hope you come. We're in the dump zone. I just said come. We're in the dump zone. There's so much come in the dump zone. Come, come, come. It's on the come zone. This is the dump zone.
The Dom Zone.
We made it in time for kickoff.
How about that?
J Money.
You've been waiting all day for a Sunday afternoon at 3:25.
That's right.
That's how the song goes.
So we're streaming on YouTube or also Twitch, Blake. Are we on Twitch?
And Facebook.
And Facebook. Oh, my God.
Send us some memes.
We're everywhere.
We are. Where are we not?
Tell us what you think about the caravan right there under the show on Facebook.
That's where you'll find it.
Or what do you think about whatever stories Blake was finding, Facebook news?
You did need to get your gas that weekend.
It's just
There was
because
an
you were
upcoming
driving.
shortage.
There was no national shortage of gasoline.
So check out the.
You could not have been more wrong about that.
We're gonna have.
I was right. It was just a couple months later.
Okay.
I was just a little early.
If you want to watch along with us at home, so you're not seeing stuff before we talk about it or whatever, time it up. I like to watch the internet and sync it up.
Yeah, we know you do.
And so you can see the time right there. Is it up there? Or are we working on it? Yeah, take the banner off for a second, and you'll see the time, and you'll be able to sync it up so we don't have to give a time check the whole game.
That's a pass rusher that gives you run stopping.
And you see right away the Cowboys pretty much dominating this early on. But it's our live stream. We don't have a cool name for it. It's the stream team.
That's not horrible.
It's pretty good.
It's our rotating group of guests, and we have a tier system as far as the guests. Some will get the couch, the very comfortable seat, and we'll introduce them first too in a moment as we look at a little screen, just a screen pass. I mean, that's a coverage play.
Yeah, but
And joining us on the couch, first of all, the lady who you just heard singing our theme song. It is amazing that she's a real person, Jake. She's here in the den. It is Caitlin No Block.
Thank you. You got it right.
No block.
Thank you.
Caitlin told me this week her name is not pronounced Knobloch, even though it's spelled that way. So we're going to have to change that.
so probably
no
not
W.
related to the guy that hit Keith Olbermann's mom in the head with an errant throw to first once upon a time.
Hey,
Are you
Mark.
talking about Chuck?
Yeah.
I was told, my dad told me that we are, but I've never found that to be true. So maybe not.
What are you talking about?
Chuck Knobloch.
He hit Keith Olbermann's head
Okay.
in the head with a baseball at Yankee Stadium once upon a time.
He does spell his name a little different, though, the end of it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like CH or
Yeah.
it's
something
all
crazy.
the same thing though. It means garlic
Some
in
foreign.
German.
Was Chuck Knobloch
Garlic.
the one who would.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Was he the one that would.
Yeah, the yips, right?
Yeah.
I
That's
think
why he
and
hit
part of that ended up in
Keith Olbermann's head? Okay.
the mom.
Or mom. His
Yeah.
mom. Yeah.
Yipes.
I think that is true. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. The porous run defense is clear early on.
The tide has turned significantly here in the
Also
opening.
on the couch, let's welcome a real live quarterback to analyze Dak's play today. He is former Iowa Hawkeye quarterback Nathan Chandler
on.
and former South Lake Carroll.
Roughly half the applause.
Did you get
If I
a
had to- That's better than nothing.
state title, Nathan, or no?
To point it out.
No, we didn't pull it off.
Not
State
your fault, though.
semifinals.
That's a whole team game, though.
That's right.
It's wrong to throw that just on quarterbacks.
I didn't know that actually. I thought y'all. What
Yeah,
year was that year?
No, actually, you were telling your story of high school, and a lot of it resonated.
Just push them
with
to the
me.
end zone.
Yeah, well, it might as
What,
well.
losing 19 games across 2 seasons?
We were the first ever state 7-on-7 champions.
Aha.
but Went to a school that ran the option.
Yep. That's fun.
Did they just tush push? What did I miss? here?
Kind of.
Okay.
From the 5th yard.
Who tried it with like a slot receiver the other day?
Tried push. Yeah, it was was it Minnesota?
Was it Minnesota? Okay.
Yeah.
Did it work?
They used,
No, it
no.
did not work. It went exactly how you think it did.
Also on the couch, if you're watching, that's Blake. He's the
Hello.
strong silent type.
Thanks,
Thanks.
What have you been doing this weekend,
Even
Blake?
less of that. Oh my god.
I was in Shreveport last night for the Independence Bowl.
Oh,
Oh
that
yeah.
I'm sure everyone saw.
Who do we have?
Texas Tech and Cal.
Cal.
I thought about watching it.
You shouldn't have.
Damn, Buffalo needs this game more. You could tell right away how they want it.
TW, you know?
Yeah. So behind the couch, what if we introduce this guy first, right here?
Do you think it's weird how much A-list receivers have to come out of the game? Nathan, you offended by this?
Yeah, when they go deep, it saves time.
I guess that's true, but still, it's like that wasn't that deep.
Well, they probably know
Get your
they're
ass
going to
back
run
in
on
there.
first down.
Yeah, I
They don't
guess
wanna-
that's true.
They don't want to block.
I could tell. Sorry, Dan.
That was Dez.
Trying to get football insight. It was Des
We
all
got
the time.
all afternoon. We're all going to be here. We're eating pizza, or we're going to be. Actually,
How's the Papa Tracker?
I'm going to order in a little bit.
Oh,
Should I order at the
dear.
end of the first quarter?
This is going to be
When should I order?
a nightmare. No, I'm just messing with
My
you. I
daughter
don't-
said she'd go pick it up.
Oh, how about that?
How about that? Save a little money for
Wow.
the business
Are they
account.
making fun of you for whatever it is that you're doing today?
Probably.
Like, oh, you think you're cool?
You know what? So Rob Chickering set up this equipment.
This
Yeah.
is the one we need.
That's the one.
Sorry, Michael.
Hold on, we'll get to Michael. But so he said he could leave this equipment here, and we could broadcast next week. And I said, I'm not sure Jake's going to want to do that Christmas Eve. He's got a family with young kids, and he's like, "Well, I'm not busy. Are you?" And I said, "No." And I could have 2 daughters on the broadcast stream.
I think that would be fantastic.
So maybe
Same.
we'll do it next week. Maybe we'll do a listener poll.
I think you know how that's going to go. People
um,
want to hear you be made fun of.
But
Yeah,
look, right
exa-
next to me,
100%.
this is the guy who did the Dumb Zone piano theme. It is Jameson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good to be here.
And now we wanted you and Caitlin to meet, and because I understand you guys have been talking about a collab.
We walked in together. We waited for each other.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Solidarity.
Little little insecure about just coming up here on your own.
We just wanted to be,
Okay, that was. Oh no!
Who did that? What happened?
No!
Parsons.
Someone mark that Jake Gasm.
Oh no, Mark or
Shake it
Micah
up.
That's why
hurt.
you don't do dumb shit like that. Yeah, somebody just tossed a Bills player into his knee.
Oh.
No
Just a
flag.
cramp.
Yeah, gotta hope.
Oh,
Oh yeah. What if that ends?
So last week, Marquise
The
Bell.
Cowboys
Last
season.
week, Marquise Bell gives him
Sir.
C4 for the first time.
And now he's throwing players into
Yeah.
his knee.
And he might do it again.
They would have to cut. You would have to cut him if Mike is seriously hurt.
Maybe Marquise Bell is looking for more playing time.
You think he
And
gave
if he
Jalen
gets-
Hurts the flu?
What are they calling here? I was about to issue my first dad line of the game. You got to call it a win to get off the field with only giving up 3 here.
well, looks like the offense is going to stay on the
Flag on the play.
Yep, as I just said.
roughing the passer.
All right. So also, production wise, back there on our far right, if you're looking at the thing, I don't know. It's Rob Schindler. Rob Schindler. He is the guy that has made. Is there a mic back there or no?
Right here.
Is grab that for a second. So what have you made, Rob? You've made some stuff for us.
Some stuff, some little sounders and jingles. Did Today in History.
Okay,
a
which
banger.
which is the one with your wife on it?
That is Today in Twitter.
Today in Twitter.
Remember,
We tried going
The
to
Dumb Zone presents Today in Twitter.
And that's his wife right next to him, Rachel. Rachel
Wow,
Schindler.
fantastic.
That's right. And she brought veggies. A veggie plate.
delicious veggies. Yes.
remember,
And,
Dan, she was the voice that you kept saying, I bet she's so hot.
That's probably
That's
a
the
call.
first thing I
correct.
thought.
Probably a flag you have to throw.
Yeah, yeah.
Jake,
I mean, he's not wrong.
That's right.
Zinning it up.
I don't do these like ironically. Like I really just use these.
Back-to-back weeks with these things.
Pop in. Nothing like a taste of the Rockies and a little zen. You know.
So
what I mean?
next to the super hot Rachel is this is my pitching coach when we did softball. This is Mark Dumas, the great
All
Mark
right.
Dumas. He's my Aggie buddy. So he gets upset with Jake. I don't know, 2 or 3 times a week he'll text me like,
Let's
"Oh,
give
Jake
up,
doesn't understand."
Yeah, you,
was
you are
was
over
it
the
your
line.
idea to have him drive to where I lived in West Fort Worth to pick up a player
It was Peyton. I would
felt
drive
like-
to pick up Peyton
Oh, yeah.
for if she was starting. Yeah.
She was
All he would do
Yeah.
is complain about driving to Fort Worth, and I'm like, dude, why are you driving over here so much? Like, why are you this close to my house so often? He's like, she's no hitting people.
Pretty good war.
Yeah. She had an excellent war. Yeah.
That was a disaster, Dan.
That whole drive.
Yeah.
So what?
Micah
They gave
buckles
up
his
7. They lose Micah for the season.
They
and-
got off the field on a third down.
Micah's
and
back out there.
Gave up a first down on a roughing the passer penalty on a play where they were set to get off the field. It's always good.
So next to my pitching coach, it's Michael Cakeland. He's a beefcake. He's hot. He's generally our video guy. Well, has been very often.
Kind of
And,
getting cucked right now.
Well, I thought he'd like to see the
Little
setup. All right. I thought it was cool to have Michael come. I thought he'd want a day where he could just relax and drink a beer and watch the game and all that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm here for.
And then next to Michael, we have it's our business. Can we call you our business attorney? Our business lawyer? What is there a term for that?
No, business attorney works.
Okay, it's Dustin Keller for all your business attorney needs. If
I'll
you could
actually
just set
clap.
up
I'll clap. I'll clap.
set up a
Also,
LLC.
as helpful as that was, he is also the gentleman who lent me a vibrating crib for the baby.
Oh, really?
Incredible, dude.
Yeah, the snoo. The snoo.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Like they start to make noise. It has sound sensors, and then it starts to rock.
So you gave it away because
No. He just let me borrow it for that portion of time.
because we had one, and my wife's like, "You're not giving that away ever." She kind of,
It kind of was just taking up closet space. So
yeah,
it
and
was
it's
really
not as
handy.
sentimental as like the real crib
uh-huh.
from the beginning. I mean, it's a machine.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that anybody's going to be like talking to their grandma like 50 years from now. You know,
Well, I think we had ours before she got the riding mower, and that's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
yeah, that's
Because now I think she's out there right now, just riding around.
Going over
Dead
the rocks.
grass. Yep,
Just what time is it? It's 3:30. Yeah,
that's
that's usually what we do. And Rob's little buddy Clayton. Clayton claims to be. Clayton is he doing the switching? Is that a video term? He's the director. Okay, he claims that he might be the first Dumb Zone subscriber. Can you tell, Blake, on the Patreon?
Ooh,
he might
maybe.
be. I can also tell
He
you
says, "I'll
tell.
guarantee you, I'm top 3."
he's one of, if not the first listeners to It's Just Banter, like
That's
10
big.
years ago.
Yeah, well, I was given some interesting info.
Okay,
But-
well, you know, this show's been on for like 3 months. That one's been on for
Yeah. Okay, so he's an early adopter of the new paradigm.
of bad podcasts.
Yeah. There he is. All right.
Isn't it not that cold there? Like, why is
You
McCarthy
see
going?
me and a bear in a fight, pour honey on me. So
Why is McCarthy going parka? All I was reading today is that it was warmer there than it is here.
Clayton,
So
I think
it
you were
was
second.
okay.
Oh, that's tough. You'd
You're
almost rather be
second.
fifth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you tell who was first?
Caleb Grady was first.
He probably works for a large legal firm that needed to.
Right.
Keep tabs.
I had to guess.
Keep tabs.
Subscribe.
Well, he's still a subscriber,
Yeah.
so thank you,
Thank
Caleb.
you, Caleb.
And later today, we're going to have, I think it's after halftime, after we get the Papa.
Why is she wearing the Fox Sports hat? How generic is that?
She's a Fox Sports fan.
That does make her look better. I like a lady in a hat.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know.
Jake hates it.
Yeah, I don't understand, Jake. Like,
Sorry,
why?
Caitlin.
I know. I wear hats all
I
the
know.
time.
In
Fake-
fact, I was hoping you'd
It's an
wear.
unpopular opinion.
I almost
to be honest.
You got the black,
I almost did.
the black
yeah.
no puppet.
There's
I'm a
the
big fan of that.
Almost did.
I would trade you my red one.
Oh, really? Because I like the red a lot.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll make a trade then.
All right, yeah.
Because I have a really small head. It's a little big on my head.
I have no hair on this.
Bald.
Oh, I'm not
Yeah,
worried about
yeah,
your
okay.
hair. I'm not.
You're bald.
I'd be like,
I am.
oh, Dan's hair.
I am totally bald.
I'm keeping this.
But okay, so I brought something for you, Jake, possibly for you,
Okay.
because I noticed you're not wearing a Cowboys jersey.
No, not yet.
Oh wait, here we go. What do you think of that? What was your cadence there, Nathan?
It was pretty standard, you know. You hold color number, set hut.
Oh my gosh, we're going
under
for
it.
it all
Get
right
under it.
away.
Oh.
Here we go is very non-traditional.
Is that why everybody's making such a big deal about it? Is because it's not typical?
Very, very.
So you would head to the line. What do you yell out when you are? Just give us any that play right there. What would you say when you go to the line? How would you call for the ball?
So most of the time, you're identifying the middle linebacker. So the quarterback walks up. He's always pointing out who the middle linebacker is for the lineman.
And you yell that out?
Yeah, 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Okay, every time.
Although here it's 43. But yeah, you yell that out, and then you.
Why do you yell that out?
Because it helps direct the blocking scheme.
Okay.
TP.
Like who's?
I like when he runs.
Hey!
We missed it.
That's too close. There we go.
Yeah, Zach Martin getting his grill.
Who got the flag?
Oh,
Well,
wow.
Martin? Probably Martin, but I think you take
Might
be
that.
off.
You're not messing with our guy.
Flag on the play.
That's
Yeah,
worth
as
it.
I just said,
You're not touching back.
I miss Groobs just for that.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's see here. Oh, that should not.
Dude, I don't know. The elbow to the head.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but
What do you make of this, Nathan Chandler? Guy who's probably gotten drilled a few times on those plays.
Yeah, I wish these rules had been in place when I played.
Really?
Yeah, I mean not in a fair sense, just because I would have benefited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach Martin's such a badass.
No, it's
Okay. The
embarrassing.
flag was thrown before the Zach Martin.
He's like, choose love. Fuck that.
But are we doing? Is it offsetting?
Zach Martin's helmet doesn't say that.
Personal foul.
Oh.
Roughing a soft quarterback.
shut
Personal
too
foul.
early.
Pushing down the other guy. Yeah.
Okay.
So, see, now, do you still think Zach Martin's a badass?
Me?
Okay, do you
Yeah.
want that, Nathan?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do, okay.
Yeah, we'll take that there.
But you
Early
get
in
the
the
15
game.
yards.
Yeah, but
Damn, you really did
dude,
just.
Sends a
to be able to
message.
knock somebody over without even using your arms, that is a bear of a man move.
Are we doing are you going to look at the comments today, Blake?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just asking a question. You could just
trying
say
to watch
no.
Watch
game.
the game for 5
Yeah.
seconds. Yeah.
Just a question.
I like team up, team up.
Can I not ask questions? I'm an inquisitive guy.
The Jason 182 says, "Give me 10 Zach Martins."
That's a dad comment for sure. If I could get 10 of those,
We'd be fine.
The passing game was
So wait, yeah.
I think
Is Dak
you'd have
Dak
to
is the
come up with
quarterback
some interesting concepts.
and
as far
10 Zach
as-
Martins? Is
yeah.
that what we're talking about?
You might have to run the veer.
Okay, so wait. You go up, you identify the mic, and then what? I think we got
And
into
then you
that
get
play.
into your cadence. Yeah, and most
Which
of the
is-
time it's just dummy. It's blue 22, blue 22. But you've got a color that's live and it changes the play. So green 23 would change the play.
So usually it would be blue every time.
Yeah. I think,
So isn't the defense tipped off? But I guess they don't care.
yeah,
'cause
and I think as
they don't
you
know
get
the-
higher up, you can change it up a little bit more. But one of your biggest concerns is screwing up your own guys. So if you get too creative, like you try and
Throw
go
them
on
off.
two, or your own guys get screwed up. So
a big concern with Iowa football.
that's right. Because
is-
they have to really know we're going to run it to the right or to the left.
That's kind of what we saw with Josh Dobbs in that game that he had to be thrown into. Is that the main thing was him just figuring out like how do his linemen like him to pre-snap call it.
Yeah, you get that when you change quarterbacks a lot of times, just because the cadence is a little bit different. You get the offensive line jumping off sides quite a bit.
That's why we thought it was funny that as swaggerless as he is, trust us, we've met him. Cooper Rush still has to go with "Here We Go."
Oh man.
Great
That is
interview.
weird.
Great interview, though.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
It was
He was being
one of the most
facetious.
difficult days of my professional life, to be honest with you. It was the closest I've ever come to asking a guest, "Why are you here?
Right.
Why did your agent bring you here?"
Would it be better if you weren't?
If you don't care, we don't care.
Wouldn't it be better for all of us?
And when we asked him for a liner, and he said, "I, Cooper Rush." Never listens to
And it says never listen.
Yeah, he
Oh, that's
was a tough nut to crack.
pretty creative.
Yeah,
So-
I definitely wanted to Kenny Lofton him.
I think I'll give Jake my gift after the after
Oh
the
yeah, we
punt.
got a lot going on. After
Oh,
the
wait.
punt, what is it?
They won't punt. They're in that punt.
Oh wow.
We're just having fun, Jake. We're just goofing around here. It's a long game.
You hate my team.
I got to start looking at the Papa. Well, you can say that because you went to Iowa, right? Rob Schindler went to Iowa. Oh, you were born in Iowa. Okay.
Is that a popular thing? Like, do they have a T-shirt fandom?
It's a Hawkeye State.
No matter, because there's no pro team. Yeah, so
yeah, if you're from there.
Why'd you pick Iowa?
This was pre-NIL, and so I would say that would probably be more of a factor these days. But I was just looking for a place. I went to Texas Tech out of high school.
Oh my God!
No.
There's the punt. I take it back. I wish Zach Martin hadn't hit the guy.
Good
right.
Transferred to junior college out in California, and then I was looking for a place I could play my last 2 years of college. It was a lot harder to transfer back then than it is now.
Who recruited you at Tech?
It was Spike Dykes.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Who was the coach before? So
it wasn't
Dodge
Leach?
your last year?
No, I played for Dodge in an All-Star game.
Okay.
But
did he come in the year after?
He 2 years after.
2 years after. Okay.
When was Leach there?
This Leach came after Dykes to Texas Tech.
Oh.
He was probably at Oklahoma at that time.
Yeah, he coached against Kingsbury his last game at Oklahoma, and then came to Tech and made Kingsbury the quarterback. And I was just a year younger, so they had so many rules back then. If you transferred D1, you had to sit out a year.
Oh yeah.
If you transferred, you couldn't transfer in the state of Texas at all. And so I went JUCO to try and get back.
So like you couldn't have gone to like Blinn?
Right.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I know it feels like there's too much transferring now, but I feel like the NCAA deserves everything that's coming to it with NIL and transfer portal, because they just kind of took advantage of the situation for as long as they could.
Did you guys see what Chip Kelly said this week? I got that for tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
Just his idea. He was in his pre-bowl press conference and just talking about how he was very logical, just saying he doesn't like what's happening in the sense that he thinks it should only if all just football should do this. And they're like, well, how would that work? He's like, well, Notre Dame, they are independent in football, but they are in a conference in all their other sports. So I think he's lamenting, the softball team, the baseball, whoever has to travel now from
it is weird
LA to
for a
the
volleyball
East
team.
Coast.
Oh wow, that just affects.
Yeah, it affects all sports.
2-3 games a week.
Yeah, they play more games.
Yeah.
Probably more parental involvement in those programs.
Yeah,
to be
when you
honest
go to
with
college, you're
let's
stay here so people can watch you play.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you're going to be on the, so yeah, it was very logical. And then he said, we should break it off.
This is the weirdest commercial ever.
I know. Calm down, Lady Gaga.
It's just
Jeez.
so,
All the
like, it's
teams and
just to sell.
Without
I don't even know what
sound,
that is.
It is so weird.
I think I need it.
and his idea. It was interesting from a team that's going to the Big Ten, who's going to be making a ton of money. His thing was all schools. It should be like the NFL. All schools, all the TV contracts should go into one big pot. We split it all up. We pay the players. We pay, don't do NIL anymore. All that. Basically, it's a professional league.
I do think it's interesting that all these coaches making $5 million plus a year think all the players should just get the same amount. I think they should just join in, throw their money in the lot.
Yeah. No, but I think his it didn't sound like he was saying that all players should just get a $50,000. He was saying we should throw all the money in, and we should pay the players and everybody out of the TV money, which is what the NFL does, right?
Right.
They pay their coaches out of other money, not the TV money.
I love that play. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, here's what I got to give you. So I was looking for, do I have any Cowboys gear to wear? And for some reason I have this, but I put it on and it was 10 pounds of manure in a 5-pound sack. It was just too tight on me, and you're a little more svelte for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I own this. It's so weird that I own this. But let's see if this will fit you.
Okay.
And it's autographed.
Brad Johnson jersey?
For some reason, I own an autographed Brad Johnson Cowboys jersey.
I would love a 30 for 30 on how this ended up in your
Yeah, who
possession.
gave that to you?
I don't know. It was just in my closet, and I've never. I didn't
It's
even.
like it's an authentic like
Game worn.
Game
Yeah.
worn, yeah.
I didn't know. I don't
That's
know. I had it.
awesome.
I don't know why I have that. But
it's really weird, dude. But I appreciate it.
if you are
We'll
any
do
of
a
our
quarterly
skinnier
change.
guests want to put it on, they can.
Is that the only piece of Cowboys clothing or memorabilia that you have?
So when I was in junior high school, for some reason, my stepmom, who was closer to my age than she was my dad's age,
Get there. Come. Don't, please don't.
gave me this hat.
Just like,
And I've had it ever since. Like it was a fate that I would wear this Cowboys hat 30 years later or whatever.
That plus your
That's actually kind of
annual
crazy.
visits to Uncle Gary. Are
I was
quite
thinking Uncle
prophetic.
Gary. Yeah.
is that all you have left from her?
From the stepmom?
Yeah.
I think she also gave me a Chumbawamba cassette tape one year.
Okay.
I don't know why. Because I never indicated that. She didn't know anything about me. I think somebody gave her a Chumbawamba cassette tape and she gave it to me.
She knew your future, obviously. She
Yeah.
saw something.
Yeah. There is some kind of a cosmic fate that led me here.
That's like when TC had, I think, an aunt that would give him like an oversized Looney Tunes T-shirt every year for Christmas. He's like, I have no idea how she developed the idea that I'm really stoked on the Looney Tunes, but every year it's Marvin the Martian.
Yeah, like I was a Browns fan. I would go to Browns
Right,
games.
you had
I would-
interests.
Yeah.
It's just Chumbawamba was
Not one of them, and neither
Not
was
on
the
the
Cowboys.
list.
Superman lunchbox.
Yeah, how about that?
Well, I am partial to Superman. There's no
It is
lie
funny
there,
when he
but
mentions
I do
that
have too much
these
stuff.
are the only two things he has. I can't remember if we told this story, but when we got on the Zoom call with the guy from the Washington Post, like he obviously had the angle he wanted to talk about with the legal stuff or whatever, but for like background and I guess what they would call color, he kept asking us like, "Where's all the Cowboy stuff?" Like in the den, like you guys are just a couple Cowboy fans, just common
Yeah.
men.
Die hard
We're like,
Cowboys
well, we've
fan.
got
Yeah, he was like, "Walk me around the den." We were on Zoom.
We
Like,
got this thing from Princess Bride, a poster. We've got a poster from Fargo.
Some Step Brothers.
We have a Saturday Night Fever LP.
yeah, got a lot of monkey stuff.
Yeah, Planet
monkey-based
of the Apes.
humor.
Yeah, he was pretty confused.
Well,
It's sad to see Travolta have to do the Capital One money grab.
Was
Speaking
that
of
him?
Saturday Night Fever.
is it?
Well, I mean, he's got to
I
give
wonder
all
what
his,
he's getting.
well, it's probably, I mean, he did a Super Bowl commercial, right, with the guys from Scrubs. But then you got to consider that he's got to give all of his money to
The
Science.
Church of
Elrond.
Scientology. Yeah.
How much is it?
Is it 10%?
I think it's more, especially if you're a heavy
Yeah,
hitter.
if they've got
So it's kind of like
video of you.
it's like Patreon.
They've got a
They take everything.
if they've got a video of you at a massage place. That story kind of came and went,
So to speak.
Nobody cared.
as it were. Thank you.
Who was that with
Jameson's killing
Miscavige?
it.
I'm sorry.
Is that his name? Miscavige?
Yeah, no, I think the Travolta story was that he had been untoward to some male masseuses, and it was like a pattern of behavior, not a one-off.
That's where
Not
he
saying
get
a
out his
one-off is
gay,
okay.
You know?
Yes, he has it once. So can I go do it
I
once
positioned that very,
to a
very
massage
poorly.
lady?
Dude, I saw. They might show it during this game. You guys know I'm obsessed with Cletus.
The robot?
They had Cletus throwing a football to one of the studio guys. It might have been Terry. The graphics were terrible, and it's just like, can we be done with this goddamn robot? Doesn't make any sense. They have a real live one that walks around at Super Bowl Radio Row.
It makes more sense now that you can have any number, but yes.
Oh, dude, what are you? Thank you, Brandon.
You know what I
Is that-
think should be the song y'all open up the Cowboys games with? The yeah, here we go. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I love that song.
Is this an
Which
OPI?
one is that?
Yes. And I don't know who does it.
Is it? Have we played it?
Yeah.
It could get a little tighter, but I like the idea.
I love that song.
Wait, let me see here.
For the
Oh
Cowboys.
my
you
God,
know?
you're gonna get somebody murdered today.
down.
Let's see. I have a few Here We Go songs. Tell me if one of these is it.
Get Fergie going.
Not this one?
Guys, we got major problems.
Yes, this one.
Oh no.
Some say he's mediocre, but when I watch the Cowboys on a Sunday,
You're just partial to ladies singing.
Not really, actually. I should really listen to more women and just music.
Oh,
Just like in sports. You know, I don't watch women play sports. And
Yeah.
I'm not a great supporter of women.
Okay, this is the one you want to start with?
Yeah, this is a great song.
We kind of do whatever
what are your
Kate
general
says.
thoughts on that?
Here we go, yeah. Here we go, yeah.
If you're not a fan, say you're not a fan.
This is my favorite song. Although I like Caitlin's song the best.
Oh, thank
That's
you
right,
so
yeah.
much.
You hate Dak?
No, I think Dak's great. I think he's had a very up and down career.
It feels like everyone I know, outside of maybe one guy who played quarterback, is like, I don't know.
About Dak?
Like, you know, my brother is obviously no fan.
His rookie year, he came in and I was very impressed by him. He was going through his progression, which is hard for a rookie to know the progression. And then I felt like when he came back from injury, he was just throwing. I actually thought he did better when Dez wasn't in the lineup. When Dez came back, then it was too easy just to throw to Dez every play, and he kind of lost his.
I feel like he did that with
Yeah.
Schultz a lot. He was just leaned on him way too much.
Just
It was too
throw
easy.
it to Rathman.
He's been a lot better.
This year?
Special.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you want to talk about a guy who will never miss a check.
Who?
Shaq. I believe there's a famous tweet.
This song should be the Pepsi commercial song because this is working.
There's a famous tweet where True Withers said,
Ooh.
I think
Shaq-a-roni pizza.
I think Shaq.
Look at that.
Yeah, there you
Just
go.
open up the app.
I believe he said, I think Shaq would do a commercial for the Holocaust if the check. I mean, how's he doing like cut rate insurance when he's making whatever he's making for inside the NBA?
Doing DJ Diesel.
To Disturbed. Okay, we got Cowboy Doctor.
You see me and a
out.
bear
We're
in a
walking.
fight, pour honey on me. So
I mean, he's walking, so.
Oops. What did I do?
So,
Turn that off somehow.
And Parsons looks good.
Oh yeah, no doubt, right?
Sponsor for what?
The tent.
Injury tent.
Oh, yeah. How do
Full
they not have that?
dystopian-
The Pfizer tent.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to choose. You research.
Long line in one.
So were you, as Richland high school kid, were you very aware of Nathan?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like you hated him?
Yeah, because
Because you hate all things Southlake.
Yeah, the way that it went was like, our high school was always pretty big. You know, even, we built a third high school in the district, but we were always like 5A. And they were like 2A at first when they started winning, maybe 3A. And it was just kind of like, oh, that's cute. Like, whatever. And they would talk shit. Like, you'd see people at camps. And then they just kept getting bigger, but kept destroying everyone.
y'all are all in denial. Like, no,
Oh, yeah,
they're
it was,
just.
and it was horrible, dude. Like,
Did you bleach your hair?
Yeah, and black A shirts.
yeah, like
We
when
were
we
the
go
first ones.
hit
You were the first ones?
Yeah.
You started it?
Your
Used to be
idea?
a shave your head thing.
Yeah, that was a
One of my wide receivers, actually, his mom wouldn't let him shave his hair. So he
really.
went with the bleach hair thing,
That's how a tradition is born.
right?
That's crazy. Yeah, we'd go to the summer, and it's like everyone else has like whatever shitty shimmel shirt cut off that you wore in practice, and they roll in, and it's just all black shorts, all black wife beaters,
Like Globo Gym.
and it was just like, damn, dude, we are dealing with the empire here, and they would just roll you.
I drive by the neighborhood you grew up in every day on my way to work.
Really?
Yeah, I go down Belknap and I pass right there by Roof Snow because I work in Haltom City. And I think about it. Like, ever since you said it, I was like, Jake, grew up right over here.
I had two spots over there. One over by the old Coliseum, and then the one that you're probably closer to, maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah, I
yeah.
passed by Birdville High School or ISD, whatever the big campus.
Yeah. Great stadium. But yeah, we hated it, Dan. I mean, there was nothing we could do about it. And then it was just quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. Who came in right after you? Chase?
I think the next one that went was Ricky Lay.
Oh, yeah.
Scott got to play with him his junior year, and then the next year was Chase Watson.
Texas State legend.
That's right.
A couple classes with him. He wasn't there much.
Finished at Oklahoma, I believe.
Yeah. The Joe Brady story is incredible. My brother worked with him, and then like the next year he was LSU's offensive coordinator after being like a super back into the coaching staff guy with the Saints.
Was he like a position coach with the Bills? Is that how did they get him 2 weeks ago?
I think he was just on staff. It's kind of similar to what's happening with like Matt Patricia and the Eagles. So like when he got fired by the Panthers last year, I think they just brought him on as an analyst
guy.
Yeah, then they fired everybody. Do any quarterbacks use mouthpieces anymore at all?
Sometimes they have really, really thin ones, but it gets in the way. You got lots of talking at that position.
The league just doesn't have a rule on that? Or they
It's
just
one of
don't
those
care?
loosely enforced rules.
Yeah.
Got all those quarterback rules for it.
Yeah, now they don't even really need chin straps.
Put skirts on them. Who got fined for socks earlier this year? Do you remember, Blake?
Blake did, right? Showing up here.
I thought a Cowboy player got fined for socks.
Who's your buddy, Binion?
Yeah.
He was here last week.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing socks, and he went shoes off. I'm just like, oh, okay. Just seemed like an odd move.
I didn't tell him.
I meant to mention that to him.
I've known
while
that
we were on
guy for pretty much my entire life. No socks, no underwear at any point in the last.
He also wasn't wearing underwear last week.
You didn't
Yeah, there's no.
have to
I don't.
tell everyone that.
No, I mean he just kind of doing his own thing. Yeah, good call.
He had shorts on, or he told you?
He didn't have to tell me.
Huh.
I just know I've known his whole life. He's just a no underwear guy. No, it wasn't because he was just.
That is weird that you do know that, though.
Yeah.
There's been a couple
You
times, like when it was
investigated it.
hot, where I wore flip flops, and I'm like, what am I going to do about this up here?
Hey.
I guess he's outside the pocket. Defense is trying to keep him in it, Dan.
2 for 6.
That's really their identity.
That's a hold too. That'll be on the tape.
That's who they are.
Do you think computer is noting that?
I'd be surprised if computer's watching. He's been pretty apoplectic lately. That Dallas Morning News article putting together all the holds on Micah might have sent him to the therapist.
Yeah.
If I get one pepperoni,
Come on!
How do you get that?
How?
And it's
Yeah,
going to be
there's a
running
flag.
in,
Of course
and it's
there
3rd and 8.
if I get one pepperoni and 2 cheese, we good? How do you guys feel about that?
It's fine.
Sure.
Thank you, dude.
Jake doesn't know anything. And Caitlin's not going to eat. She's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like 11
Let him do
o'clock.
it. Yeah, whatever.
Get 50 pepperonis.
Sounds great.
How does that
go
not get
underneath
blocked?
Damn.
Almost too
Ooh.
good.
Wow.
That's
How about a little holding on his way there, too? The guy was trying to tackle him.
Maybe that's what they call it.
Yeah. Boy, that is sweet.
You're not supposed to jump there, Jake.
It didn't look like a good time to
You're
jump.
supposed to take the ball off the foot.
Yeah. I know you don't want to get kicked, but
Yeah. That was it, wasn't it?
me?
would have been it.
No. I was on punt block, but I was not able to get home. I feel like that's one of the most insane football skills that gets underreported. So
Wow,
there was a
that's 2
personal
drops in a
foul.
row for him.
You ever get a concussion?
So we defined them differently in the day. A concussion was when you lost consciousness. And
Okay.
Otherwise, we said you got your bell rung.
You got your bell rung. Get back up.
That's right.
Okay, so did you?
I got my bell rung quite a few times.
But you certainly did. You ever like have? Man, I don't remember something or.
I had a time where we signaled all our plays in from the sideline, and there was just a bright light that kind of blocked a corner of my vision, so I had to use my peripheral to get the next signal in.
They're like, you're fine.
And were you like, I hope this is a handoff?
I threw a touchdown pass that
Oh.
injured my number one receiver for the year. So
Nobody cared about you
so
at that
yeah,
point.
that's right.
Man.
I really have to pee. So is it that one?
Yeah, is there somebody in there? Because it's
I have
closed.
no idea.
It's usually open.
I do appreciate
I think Mark might
the
be in
female alteration.
I'm
to
just
the
looking
door
and I don't
setup,
see Mark.
Yeah.
where we don't have the dog bowls blocking it to keep it
Oh,
permanently
he went
open.
downstairs? Okay, I think it's open there, Kate.
That's very true, Glade.
Just run the sink.
Yeah, don't take your headset.
Like Robert Durst.
Yeah, take off your lav.
I
killed them all.
Like, why would you need to say that to yourself? Why can't you just think it?
Probably because you're a psychopath who's killed multiple people and your brain is not operating in a rational fashion, if I had to guess.
Okay.
But your point is a good one. If you want to get away with it, I would
probably not say it out
recommend
loud.
not saying it out loud. Oh, those are going to hit right now.
Dennis Quaid. Where's he
Oh, yeah.
been?
Do you know about Rob Schneider's turn?
No.
Oh, he's hardcore conservative comedian now.
No. That checks out.
Huh? I'm not surprised by that at all.
I didn't want to embarrass Caitlin, but this couch noticeably dips to the middle when she's here.
Just think
and when she's not here.
Yeah. Sure.
It is the old living room couch. You know?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Graduated, huh?
To me, this just feels like a very Ohio print.
Okay. Different slip covers
Yeah.
to the years, for sure.
So I guess we could talk to your brother about this, but was it just like a sure thing that he was heading to Iowa?
You know, I feel like Scott had he's a late bloomer. He barely played his junior year in high school until they got to the playoffs, and then he had something like 5 touchdowns in 2-3 games. And so he started going to camps that summer, and he didn't really fit the mold. He was 6'7", ran about a 4.7 40. So, you know, they're looking for faster guys. And when he got to Iowa, they just said he kind of tore up the camp. But he did that everywhere. But he came up to the Iowa camp, and he tore it up. And Ferentz just said, "Hey, I don't know what you're going to be, but we think you're a football player." And I think he appreciated that Iowa was kind of the first one to recognize that. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was there any
the rest is
overlap?
history.
How much over 1 year?
My fifth year, senior year was his true freshman year. I threw him 5 passes, and we did not complete any of them.
Oh, no. You know they were trying so hard.
You know, it was always hard because I had a kid
God, they're getting gashed.
that was, you know, like a amazing athlete on one side, and then Scott, who's going to catch everything, but you're going to get probably 5 yards on a hitch, you know? The other guy might turn it into a 60-yard touchdown pass. So
Why does it take you so long to order pizza?
It's the tiny phone.
You know, why don't you do this?
Oh, it is
mother-
the time.
I've been watching
That's
him
what it is.
struggle. I'm just like, man.
I'd like,
poor guy.
you
Do
know,
you want me
I'm doing the music. I'm
Yeah.
You just you hit
coming
a
up with
button
the
and
great
then you're
content.
done.
Got a
You're
lot
not like
going on.
orchestrating
You're
it over
sitting
there. You
there
just
and
put
you're
it-
like,
I gotta
crying
monitor
if I
the
have
chat.
to look at the
It takes
You
you 30
read
minutes
one
to order
thing
3
on the
pepperoni
chat.
pizzas.
You read us one thing, and you're
I'm
like, oh,
skating
man,
right now.
it's-
Just get him an
Someone's turned their
iPad.
guns at me for doing absolutely dick.
You and Nathan just chit chat about football over there.
Oh, when he checks
I got a
out
lot
after-
going on, and then you guys are gonna. Then people are gonna be hungry, and they're gonna complain that we didn't get enough pizza.
Well, I look at the program feed and I just see the top of your head for the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Just kind of like when we go out at night. Get it? Because I'm servicing Blake.
Jeez.
Everybody? No?
Yeah, yeah.
This is our relationship.
That's why he puts up with so much from me.
That's right. That's why he. I'm the best. I need the best. What if I was the best? Would you let me do it?
Okay, just order pizza. I'm sorry I made you mad.
What's on the chat? I'm sure it's really interesting. Go ahead and interrupt Nathan telling us about he's telling us about playing big time college football, and you're worried about my pizza.
Yeah, go for it. That's what it's there for.
Juice makes a good point. Why doesn't he hand the phone to Blake and order 2 minutes done?
I mean, you might even struggle with that.
Yeah, great point.
Tiny
bro.
little phone
It is tiny, isn't it, Jameson?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
with a telescope. Held again.
Compare.
Good God.
I've got a normal phone.
This is normal.
Yeah, you got a
What do we do in the second half if it's a blowout?
Oh my
Shut
god.
up.
We're,
What
well, in
else
the
is
second
on?
half, no matter what, we are
Yes.
talking to Scott Chandler and have we promoted
Tate?
Drew Tate?
Yeah.
Drew Tate's been booked.
Drew Tate is a probable.
Oh, now the guy.
I
who-
kind
Oh,
of.
no.
I'm not like.
These quarterbacks,
I'm
they'll
not like
just change
blown
their
away
schedule
by
on it.
the downgrade in
The other day, it's like,
likelihood, but
I lost my wallet.
yeah, he was. Oh my God! You don't have like a card saved?
Everybody empty their
I need
pockets.
the code.
Hey, so Blake, big fan of app ordering.
Yeah.
But I had an ironic situation because of the app at Whataburger this morning. That ironic situation being, we never talked about this on the show, but about 2 weeks ago, I was picking up dinner from a tiny Italian place in Grapevine called Cafe Italia. Very small parking lot. And I was backing out after getting the food. It was like a huge Yukon Denali next to me. And I had very little room, and I turned a little too early.
Oh, no.
And I hit the front of their car.
Dang it, man.
It wasn't bad. There was no damage to their car, but I needed some repair. So I got my car back on Friday. And this morning, as you may know, if you want to order Whataburger breakfast for the family, app no drive-through. You got to go in or they got to bring it out to you.
Yeah.
At least at this one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm parked in a curbside pickup spot. There are 2 rows in this parking lot. And a lady in a Bronco, I got my car back Friday, just guns it backing out of the parking lot and smashes the
This
shit
morning?
out of the back of my car.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why are you blaming app ordering?
Yeah,
Because
what
I
is
couldn't
that?
go to the drive-through.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if these apps got you nailed.
If I would have been in the drive, I've never been hitting a drive-through.
So at the Italian place,
App?
did you leave a note or did you just?
Oh, I got out. Like I
self-assessed.
couldn't
You were
tell
like,
if she was trying to
"Doesn't-
go
this
or not
isn't-"
because the way that it was set up, you know, the back of our cars hit and she was right by the exit, and I was super freaked out that she was just going to be like, I can skirt right now. So I got out and started trying to take a picture of her license plate. And the funny thing is, the guy who was bringing out my food, he saw the whole thing and he was like, "Damn, man."
Yeah, not much to say there.
And but she did stop. And I'm
Well,
like,
what about you at the Italian place?
oh yeah, I had to actually I called in. Like I called from the parking lot and was like, "Hey, whoever has this car, like, let's talk info." Yeah. Had to just pay the deductible.
Just a stand-up guy.
Yeah, well, this morning, yeah. And I'm like, I don't know how you hit somebody that hard with a car that has a backup kit. Like it's a brand new Ford Bronco. Like of the things that I feel like we've eliminated from car accidents, it's just straight backing up into somebody at like a high rate.
This is
Like she didn't misjudge it. She just didn't think about it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give my car back again.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's drivable, but it is not something that can be popped out.
I don't like that you blamed app ordering for your accident.
Well, I'm actually just blaming you.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was an end
okay.
around to get to just
Well, then
blaming
give
you.
me all your points. I'll use them.
No, I'm saving up for the Whataburger long sleeve crew neck that I saw on the rewards page today when I checked my balance.
Sometimes they'll throw out a Christmas sweater in there too.
Yeah.
So he wants to tell Dan that Darnold's in the game.
Is he?
Oh.
That's a lot of tape. That's going
Yeah.
to take a lot of reps.
Yeah. That doesn't look like go back in the game tape.
No,
That leg.
Great.
Oh my god,
Dude.
whole roll.
All
So
right. Enough of this.
Who does that go to? Is that Jerry's favorite? Well, let's go.
Wexler.
Oh, Bass.
I feel like this is a big drive, Blake. Where did he go?
Where did he?
He lost his wallet. Now he's.
Should I order pizza just to see if it would get here before his?
I'm
would be
sure
funny.
it would.
He just went to pick it up.
The order's going to time out.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
penalty.
Really? Oh, wow.
Dude,
Where's Zach Martin?
He comes out.
we've seen this happen so many times now, and these guys make fun of me because I say it's a flag football move, but I swear I see this once a weekend now,
Oh, really?
where a quarterback just like fakes a throw 3-4 yards past
Oh.
the line of scrimmage, and people always fall for it.
Yeah, it's not a bad move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's like,
used
why
to do
not?
that.
You're instinctual.
15 yards downfield. Hard not to jump with somebody pump fakes.
Yeah.
This might be an ejection.
And as a quarterback, you don't usually have a lot of other moves. Like,
Right, yeah. The
You've
bag
only
is,
got
the bag
so
is
many
light.
tricks.
Hey,
I had a feeling they were going to
that was a
humble us
Muhammad Otto
this
move.
game.
That's why he covered his mouth.
Great coordination on that play. Teamwork.
What's like your most insane coach story? Obviously, I highly doubt that, especially based on the timing, that 9/11 was ever invoked.
no.
Like Sean McDermott. But
You know, I was in college playing college football when 9/11 happened.
you didn't play that weekend, right?
So we were like the only ones that did play.
Oh,
And it was
JUCO?
weird. Yeah, it was really weird. But
Was it
I
a
was getting
Saturday
recruited
game?
by Iowa during that time. Yeah, we played on Saturdays. But yeah, the at Iowa, I remember one day. It'd be interesting to see if Drew remembers this if he gets on the show today.
Yeah.
We had a practice. It was because Drew and I overlapped 1 year too. He was in Scott's class, and the wind was like 40 miles an hour, and they just insisted on us completing every pass, even though the ball was just getting blown wherever. You could not throw with any accuracy, and they were just getting so pissed at us and wearing us out. And Drew and I were just looking at each other like, "What are we supposed to do?" Like, it's 40-mile-an-hour winds.
yeah. And in your back of your mind, you're like, we're probably not throwing too many of these on Saturday, anyways.
Right? What's it? 3rd and
Let's
10.
complete the handoffs, the exchanges.
Yeah, aren't they building a new Bills stadium in a couple years, and it's going to have like wind confusion or something?
I think I do remember. Dude,
Drop
he's-
it in.
What he's waving no for?
Drop the slime.
Dan missed the slime sniff.
Is
and
it really
stuff.
worth me ordering this pizza?
Yes.
Just order one.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Just to see.
Yeah.
Okay, then everyone has to eat mine over
Okay.
his. Okay.
But let's not let him know until it gets here.
And
And,
will
then
it
we can just
confuse-
all applaud.
How confused is the store going to be?
Like two.
We have to send 2 drivers? That may jam you up a little bit. It looks funnier that way, actually. Up on the monitor.
Just never know.
He might be having a panic attack looking for his wallet. Honestly.
He also might be trying to coordinate with the daughter to go pick it up. And she's like, now I don't want to go.
You promised.
I'm not speaking from experience or anything, but
First.
Nice.
did you bet on this game, Blake?
No.
You're a wagerer, Nathan?
Yeah, I was explaining before you got here that I've got a little bit of a complex rooting interest in this game. Scott and I are part of a draft league where it's Skins League, where you draft 6 teams in the NFL and you draft them to win or lose. And every time that it happens, you either get $500, or if somebody else gets a skin, you lose $100.
Almost.
And you took the Bills.
Well, we are the big losers right now. We were down $5,200 last week. Had a great week to cut it down to $3,400.
It's like my dad.
And I've got the Bills. Yeah, so yes, I win $500 if they win this game.
Is it straight up?
$500 is all it takes for him to sell out the Cowboys.
It's the whole season. It's a season-long bet.
Okay, yeah. So, but is it? It's not spread though, right?
Sorry.
No. Okay. Yeah, straight up. And still we're so bad. I think we would be doing better if we had the exact opposite of everything we have. Giants winners, Vikings winners, not going low. Even Bills winners. I mean, they're 7-6.
Yeah, and some very tough losses.
Oh yeah.
Well, we took care of the pizza.
I hope so, man.
Thank you, Dan.
Your halftime promise is not looking great, though.
Did you?
No.
We were heavily debating ordering another one. Blake ordering
Just to
one.
see if you
Just
can
to
get it
see.
there.
One
Yeah.
other pizza, like the
Yep.
cheapest thing they have.
I'm also dealing with trying to get someone to go pick it up.
That's
Yeah.
what
I might have predicted
you
that.
called it.
Should have cut.
Oh my gosh.
Should have cut out that middleman. Oh, I guess we need this.
You see me and a bear in a fight, pour honey on me, so.
So
Go for it, right?
Nope.
Why would he throw it to the lineman? Oh, because of that. Right.
He's really hoping to draw the.
What are
hit
you
to the head
drinking there,
penalty.
Caitlin?
this is kava. I don't drink alcohol anymore, so I drink kava now. It helps me kind of like socialize a little bit. Because without alcohol, I'm very into myself.
Mhm.
I've heard of it.
It's like they drink it in the Pacific Islands. So like, you know how Euless has a really big Polynesian population? They drink it at church. And like if you go find like a Polynesian supermarket and you walk and you say, hey, do y'all have kava? They'll like pull out a Ziploc bag from behind the counter. Very shady. But
Is it
yeah.
powder?
Yeah, it's like a root. It's a powder. You pour it into like a strainer bag. You get hot water. You make a tea with it. It's very subtle. I mean, anything compared to alcohol is subtle, in my opinion, but it helps.
Spell it.
Kava.
Dan's looking for replacements to him getting a hangover off 3 beers last
Yeah,
week.
well,
Yeah,
that was
I almost-
first time in 20
I
years.
al-
And I was like, oh god.
I barely had any left in my bag, but I almost brought you some because I thought about that. I was like, maybe he'd like to try some kava.
He could drink not the shittiest alcohol that you could choose from.
I mean, that's a start. Yeah, I also take kratom, but yeah, it's just another one of those plants that helps get you by. You know, I'm sticking to a plant-only diet recreationally. I found after years and years of trying all the other stuff that works for me.
Right on.
Nerd.
So
What does that mean?
kratom, kava, and
Plant
weed.
only. That means you don't eat meat?
No, I'm talking about like drugs.
Oh, okay.
Plants over pills.
Plants over
So
pills. Okay.
no pharmaceuticals, no
Synthetics.
alcohol. I went that route for a long time, and I realized, this is not good.
Grains of plants. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I think it's when humans get involved. That's
Yeah.
when they start to manufacture it. It's like, opium.
Hey, let me-
Technically a
They,
plant.
This is a den.
Let me play.
Good call.
Can you pull this up? Can you pull up my video?
Oh, this was awesome.
Will we get this audio? I don't know.
Let's see.
So I want to talk about this. This was sent to us on Twitter.
It is beautiful.
Some guy
It
sent
is.
this. His little girl. Is she actually doing dishes? That's something I haven't seen before. My daughter working, but
No,
yeah,
that
I just
made me
wondered
tear up.
what
Like,
you thought of that. That looks so cool, man.
I think that's beautiful.
Hydrolikes.
It's hard to believe that sometimes that people are singing something I made.
I don't have to hide my likes, Blake.
He doesn't do play-by-play for a local team. And it's been more than one of them, by the way.
Did you see today was the James Brown anniversary?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'll bring you some kava, though.
It was probably 6 years ago,
All right.
so not early Twitter.
And we'll
but
trade
mid-Twitter.
hats.
We'll trade hats. Bring you some kava.
James Brown just straight up, the venerable James Brown, just tweeted out whatever porn link he had just watched. Just copy and pasted it.
How do you do that?
I have no idea.
Are you drinking alcohol right now? I can give you some of this. It's not good to mix with alcohol. It's not good for your liver.
I'm not drinking alcohol.
If
Like
you have
I said,
a cup,
I mean,
I'll pour you some.
He had 2 Celsius last week and
That was
swearing off the stuff.
He went on a
Push his
wild ride.
limits.
that's it for the year.
It's like Corby with his cigarettes.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys need to make fun of me. My low tolerance.
The way you were acting, I was like, oh, does Dan have a problem? Jake's like, don't
No.
do it. Don't do it.
I just don't want to see somebody who lives healthy.
Go back to,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, that's not the enabler friend I need.
You want a yes man.
I want someone
Yeah, I mean,
saying,
we trade.
I mean-
we trade pot with each other sometimes.
yeah, he's the guy that would be like, am I
Trade
smoking too much
pot.
pot? I'm like, no, dude. I don't think
How
so
could
at all.
you smoke too much pot?
That's right. You should
Well, I've been there. You can.
but I'm saying
You're not gonna
you
die,
need
but-
friends around.
Yeah.
I have enough people telling me to not do things.
Yeah.
Is my thing. If
Yeah.
I want to, I have a wife. If I want
Ooh.
someone to
They're
judge me about
the
drinking
dread
too
thing
much,
has always been an interesting play to me.
that's why I like to hang around with you because you don't care what I do
I really wish they wouldn't have kicked that field
until the
goal.
cameras turn on.
Were you a cool drunk? You seemed like it the other day when you were getting a buzz. I wish I could be a cool drunk. There's a reason why I don't drink anymore.
What does that mean? You go too
much.
wild?
Yeah, I had drinking days for like 5 years where I was like, I can't. It's not my drinking day. If you have to have drinking days,
It's not good.
probably should just give it up.
Hmm.
I couldn't control it. I
So you're
tried for so long.
Too life of the party ish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
Oh yeah,
no,
I'm really
I'll,
cool at first. Just give it 30 minutes.
You might like the Sarah Heppola book I'm reading.
Yeah, I want to check that out actually.
All right, when we trade stuff,
There we go.
I'll be done with it. I got like one more chapter.
Yeah, I'm just wishful thinking.
I
over
need
here now.
reminders always as to why not to go back. So
Yeah, she sounded very similar. Did you black out?
yeah, that was the problem is I would always black out because I would always need to keep chasing the feeling. And then blackout Caitlin is not a good version of me. Like makes the worst decisions, very selfish, and I don't want to be that person.
Look at it.
Go, Mozzie!
Oh, God.
Okay.
I don't know if they should have blown that dead or not.
Is that Mozzie's first stat of the year?
Probably.
Besides DNP.
It's a fumble.
Damn, dude. Thanks, McCarthy.
Oh, no challenge?
Yeah.
Oh.
Could've
Who's
used
doing this game, Greg?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Right down there.
Might have been
Oh, God.
out of his arm.
I was waiting for that.
Where Donovan Wilson
The pause.
did recover it.
What does
save
he
that
do so
timeout.
you know he's still talking?
He
Ends
ends his
her-
sentences
in-
with in
No,
or
you
but.
That's-
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Come
you knew it was
on.
gonna happen.
What
You
did he
knew
do?
that was going to happen.
Come on, dude. What do you think about that one?
Flag on the play.
I love Board Up Dan.
Flag on the play. Yes, as I just said.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But the head-to-head thing, just
Yeah.
But it wasn't really head to head,
Heart
though.
to head.
Inadvertent, yeah.
Man.
Maybe that's karma.
Yeah, kind of side.
You have 5 kids, Nathan?
I do.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
That's a lot of doing it.
Is it though? It's 5 times.
Well,
That's right. 4.
it doesn't
actually.
always.
Twins.
Twins? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the last 2. I cured a lot of friends that had like 3 girls and they were trying for the boy, and then we had twins.
They're
And
like,
they were
never
"Oh,
mind.
shoot."
Oh.
Yours are all boys, right?
I have 1 girl right in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Oh. She's gonna be tough.
Names?
Creighton, Carson, Camden, Crew, and Cade.
And Jake?
All C's?
All C's, yeah.
Finding there's a pattern.
Is that approved, Jake? Approved?
No,
What's the
because
reason
it
for
was
that?
Definitely
It's
his
like
wife's idea.
your first kid, and then all of a sudden
Yeah,
your
we liked
second.
Creighton, we liked Carson. I think at that point my parents were like, "You're not going to do the thing where you do all C's, are you?" And that sealed the
Dude,
deal.
he
Like we
cannot
had
be
to.
that.
Okay, yeah.
Jesus
I'm a
Christ.
rebel.
Jeez, man.
I'm a rebel.
You know, Josh Allen's like that guy in the frat that just gets
They play
everyone
football?
Just
drunk.
goes all out.
Yeah, we know, Micah.
Football playing boys?
Yeah, so my oldest one plays football, and the twins play football. My second son's decided he's a basketball player. So
How far along are they? What year are they?
sophomore, freshman, and then the twins are 4th graders. My daughter's a volleyball player. She's 6th.
Like, are the coaches aware? Like,
I was gonna say, are you
the
in Riley,
royalty?
You're in Riley's ear.
Yeah,
What's
so
up?
Riley was,
Oh, for sure.
I think, a ball boy when Scott was playing, and so yeah, he was around a little bit when I was working out with his dad back in the day. So I'm not super involved, but I
until you need to be.
Yeah. You the parent that'll call the upset with the playing time. I can't believe. So you guys all drove up here. That stadium. Did anybody notice that stadium driving up here?
Hmm?
That's the old Dragon Stadium. It's so tiny. I can't believe you played there.
I know.
Like it's
It is kind of tiny.
In fact,
huh?
today I thought I remember this being bigger,
yeah.
but yeah, that whole road, once you get by that thing used to be lined with cars. The town would shut down. Obviously, that's not happening anymore. South Lake's blown up since then.
I think that would be so cool if the games were still there.
Oh yeah,
Right down the street.
Yeah. But probably not cool if I wanted to drive out to whatever.
Yeah.
The
You
place
just walked
that,
in.
the place that Caitlin was talking about, like one of the old stadium in Richland Hills, Haltom City, North Richland Hills was kind of like that.
Oh, the Birdville. Yeah.
Not very big. I mean, they built the fine arts complex over where Birdville High School is, but the old one, and like Richland and Haltom were good in those days.
They were a big
Hard
deal.
to believe. Yeah, and it felt small townish, even though they were big schools.
It used to all be fields.
It was.
This was all a field for sure.
Yeah, no, that school is cool. I love how like it goes down and
Yeah,
I don't know, it's
I
nice.
loved it. The Coliseum. What's Iowa's OC's name? The son,
Brian Ferentz.
What do you think about his contract scene? I
That
read into
was-
that a little bit last week.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a rough look. I think that Scott was telling me that like 9 of the 12 OCs would have not kept their job if they were held to that standard. I mean, it's a different game up there,
Yeah.
It's not real high scoring.
And it's just the AD that puts that in there. So basically, they have like clauses in his contract regarding how many points they score, and it's like directly tied to compensation, which I've never heard of before. Like you hear about like bowl game or
Right.
whatever, but I mean, it's a different game. Yeah, and every game's different. So how can you say like, all right, you need 21 a game, or you're not getting, I don't know, whatever it is, 15% of your deal.
I figured they were telling him don't score too much.
I want to showcase this punter.
Keep those unders hitting.
Did you see the other college football story, Dan, that I'm sure we'll play, if not tomorrow, Tuesday? Is it New Mexico State, Blake?
Yeah, that
And
guy
who was
coached
the other
at
one?
TCU. New
Jerry-
Mexico.
Okay, yeah. Jerry Kill's the one who got knocked over.
Yeah,
in
at
the-
SMU.
He's been around for decades. And he went off on the idea that, like, before their bowl game, like the New Mexico Bowl or whatever it is, that they wouldn't let him use their indoor facility. It's like a classic coach pissing match.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah. And he's like, the AD of that school should be fined by the state. Like, he needs to be disciplined. And the whole story started when their quarterback pissed on the opposing team's logo like 3 months ago when they played.
Oh Shit. What a statement.
Publicly? Where? Like how?
Publicly?
I don't know if it was before or after the game. Like I have to look into it more, but yeah, it was
I love logo stuff. Ugh.
the flag.
Like walking on the logo. Do you
yeah.
remember that? That was like in
Got
the
Aggie here. He's
wasn't that the Major
probably-
League Clubhouse or something?
Defend the grass.
Yeah. That was in the on deck circle. It was like a big deal not to move it over onto someone's logo.
You didn't bet on the Cowboys, did you?
What do you think? This looked tasty.
You think the Cowboys did?
Yeah.
Bad weather forecast, playing on
It wasn't
grass.
that bad of a forecast.
Winning every game by 3 touchdowns.
They don't play on grass.
Oh, they don't?
It's kind of a mix, right? Or no?
Yeah, it does look fake.
I think it's supposed to be the same as what we have.
But it wasn't that bad of weather. I was confident.
Bills kind of need it.
Bills need
Yeah,
it.
I might lose 30
Bad.
smackaroos, man.
30, that's high for you.
It was high. I had a good couple weeks. Decided I'd let it ride.
Yeah, the Cowboys are having a good couple weeks. You're like,
Yeah.
let's go.
Right. How about 30 to win 31? What a value play.
What if Dez did his usual 10 grand?
Is that what he always does?
Not
Feels like
always, but yeah, he's been.
What's Des saying about this game?
I love
Let's
that
find
about
out.
Dez is that he's a diehard Cowboys fan, though. I love that.
Watching it from his bathroom room.
He was at the game. He was in Philly last week, right?
I can't.
Well,
no, there
the
was-
Cowboys were
he was
here.
here.
So
That's why he had his tailgate
Oh, it was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it
What
was.
was the animal that was in his bathroom room?
A raccoon.
What
Was it a raccoon?
Did we ever tell you that story, Rob? When Dez got a raccoon in his bathroom,
It was just a tweet.
we had the guy on who removed it. It was a proud
Did he-
moment. It's
did he
how
reach
can we
out to
cover
him?
this story?
Did he reach
Well,
out to you?
we tried to get Dez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tried to get the raccoon.
Second
Tried
best
to get the
thing,
raccoon.
Yeah. I don't remember how that came together. Blake's magical.
I don't think it was me.
I don't remember how we got that one.
It was the raccoon
I
himself.
think the guy might have DM'd me or
Yeah,
something.
that might have been it.
Yeah. And he probably is upset that you didn't call on him for your rat problem.
We could probably call him.
It's true.
Probably call him right now if you want.
I should have thought about
You
that.
have his number?
Yes.
He's got to be local, right?
Text him first. That. Do you think we got to text him first because of the weird number we call from?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just call him RG.
Like, would you just pick up a weird number?
No, no chance.
I guess you could try calling him cold first and then just tell him who it is. I don't know.
You need his number? Do you have Raccoon Guy's number?
Let me see.
If we had him on, Blake has him.
Why would you guys have his number?
Everybody has his number.
Maybe he had a raccoon in his.
You have that guy's number, Mark?
You texted it to me.
Oh, I did? You needed it?
This is great.
See, we gave him some business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta add this.
What'd you have?
You had raccoon
Skunk?
problems?
I got sprayed by a skunk last week.
Oh.
Last week?
Hey, Mark's also the guy that built add-on to his house if you want to have
We can talk.
upper
Nice.
deck talk.
Hey, this is going great, everyone.
Is the den an add-on or was this here?
This was here.
Thank you.
What else is
I
on?
think we just call him.
Fuck.
That's not a.
Y'all.
Where's my phone? Let's see what else is happening around the league right now.
What is that choreographed thing they did?
Raccoon Sean.
What else would you call him?
Bathroom room guy.
Yeah.
Bathroom room. That's what it was. My bathroom
Dude, I
room.
heard more snapping last night too.
Oh.
Oh.
They're getting
Whoa.
No,
Uh-oh.
not a
Caitlin.
echo.
It's kind of like,
All right.
yeah, do it again and let her say all right. See how that sounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right.
Just say all right once.
Oh, I should have shut up.
All right.
I do it in the all right. Let's see if it just. We're working on it. Later. Hey, let me show you guys something else.
Pizza?
It's coming. I'll pop a track. Well, I can't pop a track.
No, you
I have
can't.
to daughter
Daughter
track
track it.
So, can you pull me up, Clayton? take a look at the screen, and I want to show you what was sent to me from Jameson. So over here on the right is what Jameson texted me the other day.
I was really hoping this hit.
That's
yeah,
cool.
you are Peyton Manning. I agree with Jameson. Oh,
Little,
no, that's not.
Emulating the Mike McDaniel, Peyton Manning
You're
text.
Dan McDowell, bro.
I like it.
And look how I label him in my phone, because you have Raccoon Sean. I have Jameson DF Piano.
Yeah.
It's better
Did
than Raccoon.
Dan call you as well?
I got a text
That's very rare.
from the Dan McDowell.
That's very rare.
I was like, Dan McDowell is calling my phone right now.
It must have been a heart-sinking feeling.
Let's call
Oh, I
let's call
prepared for
Raccoon
it
Sean.
all morning.
Okay. You want to call the Raccoon guy? Or are we done with
Yeah.
the story?
Yeah.
Why would you even ask me that?
We're going to put Jake on the spot.
Yeah, maybe he could help.
Yeah.
Extreme Home Services, this is Sean. May I help you?
Sean, is this Raccoon Sean?
This is.
Sean, this is Dan McDowell, Jake Kemp.
Hey, Sean.
And a bunch of people were
Yeah.
we're watching the Cowboy game right now, doing a live stream, and so you're live on YouTube and something Twitch somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
How's the raccoon game these days?
Yeah, we had you on our show. Remember being on the show quite some time ago?
Yeah. We got the Dez Raccoon out. Yep.
That's right.
You're a little famous guy.
Yeah, in fact, my buddy Mark here is the one who gave me your number, because apparently you helped him get a skunk out.
I'm not sure which Mark, but I've done
Yeah.
a few skunks before. Yes, sir.
You're a skunk
How
guy
things
too,
going
huh?
in this podcast?
Yeah. You know.
We're kind of dying. That's why we're calling you.
Well,
Well, the
I
Cowboys'
promise if you
fortunes
have
are
to call
not
me
good
for
right
a
now.
Sure rating, something's in trouble.
Now, did Des call you personally?
His his girlfriend
Okay.
called me personally.
Okay.
Nice piece.
I'm sorry.
Is she a pleasant-looking lady?
She was a very attractive lady. I was impressed.
Nice.
Was she? How do I ask this? Was she
I think
more
you
of
just
a,
don't.
Did you say
He needs to know.
what?
Quarterback or
The league has changed quite a bit.
Nah, yeah, I was gonna say, was she more of a like a? Would you? Who would you say she looks like? Who did she remind you of? Did she remind you more of, let's say,
Yourself or Des?
Beyonce or yeah?
Zach Martin.
Dan, I have slept since then, first and foremost. So I don't remember what she looks like. I don't remember. I was too busy trying to chase raccoons and get them out of a destroyed closet, if you remember correctly.
Oh, hold on. Blake handed me a note. Oh, what color was she? She wanted. Blake wants.
I think everyone wanted to know.
Is Des dating a white girl?
She was non-Caucasian.
Okay. All right.
How's that? She was non-Caucasian, Blake.
pay up, Dan.
Hispanic
Thank you,
or
Thank you, Sean.
it could be a lot of things.
Sean, Jake has a rat problem in his attic.
Yeah.
I can fix it.
Yeah. I'll call you.
Should he kill them, or he
Let me know,
mainly
Jake.
get them out of there?
Oh yeah, we kill them. No, big
With a-
snap trap.
Like a bat.
Yeah.
Bash him over the head.
Like Charlie?
I have had. You seen the picture of the one I had to club over the head? Remember the big one?
Oh, yeah.
I sent
I
the
do
picture to
recall that.
Dan back then.
Is Steve
Yeah.
Zahn in Saving Silverman a hero of yours? Have you ever seen that movie?
It's been a while.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have a trank gun?
No, we do not. Costs too much money.
Yeah.
Special licensing, all that. We'd rather just use old snap traps.
Yep.
Real guns.
You watching the Cowboy game?
Well, the lack of the game, yes.
Yeah, I hear you. Nice.
Would you say that this is the referees are a 12th man in this game?
Oh,
No doubt. Dude, what's the play here?
The
Bring
league,
it back
the league
to
wants the Bills to win this game. That's
I know,
clear.
I just hate.
Anything to help Philadelphia?
You got a computer over here.
Uh,
I mean, come on.
Kind of holding them.
Kinda.
The Cowboys are a big second half team, though.
Are they?
They're great in close
we
games.
hope so, because
All right. Well, thanks,
when you
man.
got-
Oh, Jake's had enough of you.
No, it's
Why did we start talking
well,
about Sean?
I don't blame him. I'm
just because Dez has been.
hey,
Oh, that's right, Dez and his tweeting and all that kind of stuff.
yes, I did go do an inspection for another, well, I guess famous cowboy not too long ago,
Yeah.
Leighton.
Oh,
Vander.
That's shocking that he couldn't just take care of that on his own.
Yeah.
He seems like that kind of guy,
Oh,
right?
he's definitely that kind of guy.
Howl and they all leave.
What was he
Are you
from,
allowed
like,
to talk
South
about that
Dakota,
with HIPAA? And,
What was he dealing with?
He just had some noises up in his attic, and his wife. Well, same type of situation. Wife called.
That's what you got to have.
Different names. When I get out there, this big guy gets out of his car, and I'm like, I know you. And he's like, I'm late, and I was like, I know.
what color was his wife?
And then how it connected.
In fairness, we must ask.
Come on, you know how Leighton is.
We do have to
She
keep
was
it.
white.
We do have to keep it consistent. He
Yeah.
makes a good point.
Yeah.
Got him right where we wanted. Backed him up before half. They could do nothing with that.
Was it the same situation for you? Your wife called?
No, I called.
Oh, okay.
But you said,
Maybe noticing a bit of a
yeah,
trend. And
yeah.
She had yoga.
yeah.
All right, well, Raccoon Sean, good talking to you again. Good catching up, bruv.
Dan, Jake, good talking to y'all again.
All right,
Good
man.
luck out there, okay?
You
Bye,
too.
RG.
All right.
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
All right.
See ya.
RG.
Raccoon guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want him to be any other way. Like, that's exactly what I want out of a guy who goes and clubs raccoons at Des Bryant's house.
Yeah, what else would you expect?
Next time you guys see me, I'm going to be carrying 3 pizzas. So hold on.
You need a hand?
Pop a track. Pop a track.
How do we feel about guests?
I think Scott's just about ready to go.
Okay. And
Working on the other one.
Where is Drew these days?
I think
I
he
don't wanna
just
ruin his
moved
interview,
again,
but it might not happen.
right?
Yeah, he was when we talked to him last. He was coaching in the CFL.
Yeah, but then he was like was it you and I? Yeah, and then I think he moved somewhere else as like an analyst. Like, so did you know, like when he got there that I just remember like the first time I ever learned his name was that the Aggies had offered like a 13-year-old a scholarship.
Right.
And that was like a huge story to me. Like, what? And then we played him in 7-on-7, and I was like, oh, this is the guy. I get it. How is he so small? And then he just diced us.
He had a little. He didn't have, I think, Johnny Manziel's speed, but he had a little Johnny Manziel
I've said that
in his
before.
game.
I'm like, dude, in a different era, maybe, or in
Yeah.
a different school. Yeah.
Anybody want to snus?
I'll wait till after we eat, but I'll definitely be back in there. Now, those I feel like are not made out of plants.
No, you're right. That's a chemical.
It's not.
But that
Gotta
that
make a
is
couple exceptions. I
very
get it.
addictive. I don't have the willpower to throw that one out. So,
I feel you.
but hey, it's not tobacco. It's just nicotine.
You know
So
how many
a lot of
times I've
the-
tried to explain that to Dan?
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've
It's like
heard.
he's got a
He
little
doesn't
chew or
understand.
whatever. He's like, so is that tobacco? I'm like, no.
No,
Well, what
they
is it?
isolated
It's just nicotine.
nicotine.
He's like, is it better? I'm like, I don't know, but
It's
I know
not
it's not tobacco.
carcinogenic in the same way that
It just
tobacco is.
never really seems to land.
Nicotine itself is neuroprotective.
Yeah,
People use it as a
Huberman.
nootropic. Yeah,
Huberman's
Yeah, yeah,
probably-
yeah.
We got a Huberman guy in the room, huh?
Huberman's great.
Aren't we all?
If you like neuroscience and neurobiology,
I've listened to a few of his shows.
it is boring. Like you got to be interested in what he's talking about.
The worst is when he goes on Rogan, though.
Yeah.
And he's just having to explain the most basic
Basic.
stuff to Joe Rogan. It's just like, dude.
You guys want me to get you any, or you can get up?
I'll get up. Looks like Joe Montana's cooking, Dan.
Jeez.
I don't think anybody has an answer for San Francisco.
I don't
3
know.
teams in.
Yeah, but they were without Debo and
Yeah.
Yeah.
my poor host if I just jumped in line.
No.
I literally might go downstairs to eat this, although your family's down there. I like to watch.
I'm on the wide, so it's just your back.
Still, they can all see.
Is my audio not up anymore?
You're
It's up.
Oh, there it is. Sorry. So, Nathan, what do you think of the den?
Special place, man. Really like what you've done up here. Back in the woods too. It was a little windy.
Yeah. It's tough to get here.
It's beautiful over here. The trees. The trees.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
The horse.
Everybody's ripping how small your TV is.
Really?
You think so?
That's what they're saying.
Is it tiny?
I think it's fine.
How big did they
The
make
couch
it?
is pretty close. If you got too big, it might overwhelm.
Yeah.
So who's everybody? You people online or people when I walked away?
Oh, you want to know if it's coming from inside the room?
People when he's downstairs for a quarter.
It's coming from inside the room. Someone in here is.
Someone did keep up with how long you were gone.
How long have I been gone?
You were downstairs for 9 minutes and 44 seconds.
Wow.
To order pizza?
Yeah.
Was that game time
To
or real
coordinate
time?
with your daughter.
According to the chat, it was 6:11 of game time. Yeah,
Somebody-
head down trying to order.
Somebody said that y'all act different in the presence of women. So I don't really think so right now, but maybe just go a little extra, you know. There you go.
Whoa.
You know,
Put your
that's-
headset on if you're going to deliver gold like that.
Oh, he's on his second silver bullet.
Don't want them to think you're soft, you know, when a chick comes around. So
So you don't feel good about Drew Tate anymore? Is that what's happening?
damn.
Okay, they followed up. It took you 49 minutes from ordering pizza for the pizza to get here.
It's busy.
It got here by halftime. Isn't that the point?
I would have loved to see how fast you could have done it.
It is
I know,
halftime, and we have pizza.
Yeah,
know, you get
came,
shit.
you came through.
You get shit every time you try to provide food.
That's what I'm
For
doing.
every-
You know how much I'm doing before you guys get here? The prep work? Pre-production?
You mean what those guys were doing when I walked in? Just kidding. Sorry.
The
Now I
biggest
got
thing though,
Caitlin
bro,
on my
is
ass.
you missed the
Sorry.
you missed the finger sniff.
Yeah.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Mhm. I don't know how many more of those there's going to be tonight. But yeah, you missed it.
So he got a first down?
Yeah.
We're supposed to all be all excited?
Just looks like he's wiping snot off his nose, you know.
Have you guys seen the highlights of the college basketball team that got beat by like 90?
Yeah.
Gold. I almost
The-
just want to.
The low light thing where
Was it
they were showing them
women's?
their misses and
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that that's worse than low light. Like those guys look like they've never touched a basketball before.
Could we beat him 3-on-3?
Just the three of us.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're bringing to the gym that day, because I don't think you're getting a whole lot of production from the two of us.
Dan's a bucket.
Dan is a bucket. I will probably be suspended indefinitely by the commissioner, a la Draymond. But I can give you some minutes.
Why?
I don't know where
does-
your
Yeah,
explosive
before
is-
you
is
lose
in.
your shit.
Yeah.
Why does Twitter have the Mavs trading for Draymond? We don't need that.
Yeah, that hurts to see.
Wasn't he like the
kind of desperate?
The Mavs were his number one possibility if he was a free agent.
Yeah, and like during the playoffs, when he was doing his podcast, he was always giving like super glowing Luka stuff.
Extremely, yeah.
So that's probably part of it.
Then you'd have the two tech leaders on the same team.
Yeah, that is true. You might as well go get Russ.
We're not going to be able to fit him and Bronny and LeBron.
That's true.
Yeah,
They made Bron will probably take less to play with Draymond and Bronny.
Yeah, because LeBron takes less a lot.
Mm-hmm. As he likes to point out.
Just a team player. You know?
Did you get a swag bag from the bowl?
The bowl gift was a backpack cooler.
Oh, that's
okay.
kind of
It's not
badass.
horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What do the players get for playing in a bowl, or is that different now?
I think when I played, we got a DVD player. It's pretty.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's so funny.
So at the time,
Just because it's like the
Break it,
time,
yeah,
the
it was-
era of it.
These things were brand new.
I'm interested in the mechanics of it. Like, did they fly them all home? Like, where was the bowl?
We played my junior year. We played in the Orange Bowl in Miami, and my senior year we played in the Outback Bowl in Tampa. And the hotel you have a big spread in there where all the gifts are.
And you just got to lug a DVD player back on the commercial flight. There's no way you guys were chartered, were you? Well, maybe
Yeah,
for
we
the Orange
charter.
Bowl, yeah.
We charter all the flights. We charter regular season games.
Really?
For the football team. Yeah, I mean, there's so many players and personnel that go to the games. You fill up a jet.
Yeah, I guess I don't even really remember talking to Joe about that.
You guys eighth
I
in
could
the
have
nation?
sworn they offered.
That's right. Yeah,
Finished
both
eighth
years.
twice?
Some
Yeah,
commercial.
and Drew Tate's next year, so 3 in a row.
It's pretty badass.
Looky here.
So why'd you leave Tech? You just didn't see
I
starting.
was
There
going to
was
be
no-
stuck in line.
Oh, I gotta get the headphones.
Change schools.
Because they went and got. You were saying
They
'cause
told
went
you
and got-
that?
they went and got Cliff, right?
So yeah, Cliff was there already.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a year older than me, and then BJ Simmons was my age, and they liked him a lot too. So a lot of practice for not much time on the field.
Hey,
Yeah.
Scott. How about that? How about now?
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Wait, should I get? I want to get the Christmas tree in the background.
Hey, look at
There, that's better.
Scott, can you call Drew Tate?
It's Scott Chandler.
Hey.
Yeah, I can call Drew.
So this is your brother.
Can he see who's here?
Off to a good start here.
Clayton, is there someone in the bathroom?
There we go. Repping the Bills. The Cowboys didn't send me one of these, so
I'm gonna move this.
That's a solid tree.
Remove that for me.
yeah. It's
Where do you want it?
it's Costco.
Sorry.
Yeah.
How involved were you in the decoration of it?
Well, I put up the tree.
Yeah.
I let the little people decorate.
How kind.
Yeah, except for I'm in charge of like the star and stuff up there. Oh my gosh, you guys have Caitlin there. That's
Scott,
Isn't that great?
Hi, Scott.
what's your favorite
Hi.
Caitlin song? Because I know you looked her up.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I have to say, like, if there's Oscars or Emmy, what do they call the music ones?
the Grammys.
Grammys. Are there Grammys for podcast theme
Intros.
songs? Because I feel like we need to form that category if it isn't there already.
I'm flattered.
Because this is, I mean, my kids walk around singing "All right, all right, all right" all over the house.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Scott, of course, is a former Buffalo Bill. Are you aware of that? Caitlin?
Yes. Yes, I'm very flattered
Yeah.
right now.
If you sent
And
her a
former
video
Cowboy.
of that,
And former
And-
Cowboy. Cowboy
That's right.
before a Bill, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I've had
I was-
multiple people ask me, like, hey, I've got a podcast. I was wondering if you could, but I have to really listen to the podcast to be able to make a song with it. I got to understand the vibe.
Yeah, it's been really great. I love the beginning of the show every time, and the end when we get the piano one and all the mix-ups. It's great.
Yeah,
Oh, we
James.
got the piano guy here. Huh?
Yeah.
Piano guy here too.
Is it Billy Joel? What's the piano man? What's your name?
Jameson, what's going on, Scott?
Jameson. Awesome, man. I love it. It's good stuff.
Thank
How
you.
about this game? How about this game? Huh? We're off to a good start here, right?
Well, Jake's pretty bummed out.
Yeah, Jake left.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, sorry, Jake.
Just leave it there.
He's about to lose $30.
30.
Yeah, he put 30 on this one.
Oh, that's it.
Big betting.
Yeah.
We're gonna need this one, Scott. It's been a rough week for the Skins League.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Shirt change.
I thought you were throwing on the jersey.
Hooters.
Yeah,
Maybe you should. Maybe it'll
The Brad Johnson jersey.
It's,
change things for us.
It's a Hooters 9/11 shirt.
Remember?
That's amazing.
Is that where you were weren't you in high school? You weren't at Hooters.
It says "Let freedom wing."
Can we zoom in on it?
Yeah, can you stand in front
And
of
if
the
Sean
camera?
McDermott's going to be talking 9/11 10 days before we play the Bills.
What do you think of a lady in a hat there, Scott?
I've actually never worn this in my life. I bought it like 3 years ago, and I've stared at it in my drawer 24 times, and I'm like,
Not today.
You bought it for today. You just didn't even know.
never a good scene for it. I put it on before, and I'm like, I just don't know. But hey,
You're just not feeling too confident wearing that around.
no, not to the PTA.
So I don't know if
meeting.
you're timed up with us. Can you see the little timing thing on the screen there?
Oh.
The clock.
Yeah, you guys are a little ahead of me. You
Yeah,
must
so I don't know if you
must
can
have
pause.
cable.
Pause.
No.
Let us catch up.
Tom's
or
got the
something.
Fox Sports
I'll
hat
have to
too.
fast forward.
When it
Yeah, I
match
need,
you.
I need to catch up
Why
to
are they in
y'all.
all black?
Yeah, so we would
I
have
don't
to
know.
pause.
It's weird.
Behind?
To make them look
How
like
can
they're
he
not
be behind
lying.
us?
Buffalo Iowa, it just takes a while for things to
Well,
get out.
Iowa.
to deliver it to the farm, play by play.
I'm pretty close now. I'm just a couple seconds behind.
So, Scott, we had a uniform question come up earlier, and it reminded me of when you got your advice from Antonio Gates on the uniform rules.
Oh, yeah. What was the question?
It was about mouthpieces. Nothing to do with Antonio Gates.
Oh, yeah. No, I dressed up for my first preseason game and, whatever. Came back in the locker room afterwards, and Gates was like, man, you got to turn your swag up. And I was like, what do you mean?
Oh.
He was like, you look like the guy that they show to all the NFL players on this is how you're supposed to dress for the game. He was like, you got your socks pulled up the right amount. You don't have any extra stuff on. He's like, you are white. You are the whitest guy on our team. You got to swag it up a little bit or you're never going to make it in this league.
You're a rule follower, obviously. It's the whitest thing you could do.
What'd you go with?
So
Maybe just like a sleeve?
Later on when I got to Buffalo, I screwed up my elbow and I wore a sleeve. And when my elbow healed, I took the sleeve off, and all the dudes on the team were like, "Yo, that was your swag. What are you doing? Take it off." But no, I just lowered the color on my socks a little bit. You don't want to show too much white. Basically, I tried to do what Gates did. I just did a lot worse. It's kind of my career. Try to do what Gates did. Try to do what Witten did. Just do it a lot worse.
So why do you live in Iowa?
Oh, Iowa's great. Yeah, it's I live in a town that has like 100,000 people right here near the University of Iowa. I live back in the woods.
Yeah, Scott, show us out your window there. I don't think people picture.
It's dark outside.
Oh my gosh,
Gets darker.
That does happen in Iowa pretty early.
We're further north.
It's. I mean, he lives on a reservoir.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You covered in snow yet?
No. It's been nice here. It's been mid 40s, and yeah, it's been great.
Do you have animals?
No, I have kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Same thing.
Yeah. You did have guinea pigs. What happened to those?
I don't know. I took them for a walk one day, and they ran away.
Yeah,
got off the leash.
How many
Are the kids
how
around?
many
Is that why you're
kids you
saying
got?
that?
I have 4 kids. Yeah, and only one of them's around. He's
Oh my God! Why are you? You gotta have a little bit more
third one
awareness
play.
than that. Yeah.
I think he was waiting on the shot.
he wants to get on. He really wants to meet Caitlin, I think.
Oh, I would love to
It's
meet
like,
him.
It's like Taylor Swift and Caitlyn are his two favorites.
Dude, this is a disaster.
You want to come over here? Come on. This is
Get out of the
this is
pocket.
my son.
Something.
This is my son Towns.
Towns, it's nice to meet you.
Hi, Towns.
What's up, little dude?
Hey, Towns.
How's it going?
Hi, Nathan.
There's
buddy.
So that's Caitlyn right there. She's the one who sings the all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. You like that song?
Not all of a sudden.
What a jerk.
It's fine.
That's all right. Things fall out of favor. You know, you get tired of them.
So just Nathan, not Uncle Nathan, huh? You don't get
be respectful, Towns.
Towns is nervous.
So all your kids' T names?
No, I
Since
didn't.
Nathan
I
went that
have,
route?
yeah, no, I
Rule follower.
He's my only T name. I have Lila, Veda, Ivy, and Towns.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that spell?
LDIT. Yeah, nothing.
Can you call Belichick for us so we can
Yeah,
check in?
what do you want me to ask him?
I mean, if he's available for a weekly, we don't have a ton of money, but you know,
Sounds like he's about to have a little more free time.
that was so weird watching
So is that
game
really
today.
happening with
Like they were
Belichick?
talking about it the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Curran's a guy who usually is reporting the truth. He doesn't jump out there a lot on too many limbs. So I'm guessing if Curran says it, it's probably
It's true. That's crazy. Because he's the problem, right?
So you played for Belichick for 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year. He was awesome.
Was it?
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it.
He saw no problem with your swaggerless.
Yeah, he was like, this is perfect.
Yeah,
We gotta get everybody to do this exact thing.
Yeah.
How many
What do you
times did
think,
you
Bob?
actually interact with Bob Kraft?
Quite a few. He's around quite a bit. I liked him a lot. He's a really personable guy. Had everybody out to his house after training camp. Like when they make all the final cuts, he has the final roster out to his house on Cape Cod, and he had like face painting. I mean, it was for you bring your family, and there's like face painting. My kids made T-shirts, and one of my daughters. I was telling her this story about this, and I was like, and then we were in the pool, and Brady was throwing you in the air, and she was like, "Wait, who?" I was like, "Tom Brady." She was like, "He threw me in a pool." Tell me about it, and I was like, "Well, I told you about it at the time. You didn't care who he was, or they were doing the whip and nene with Gronk in our living room. He would come over on Thursday nights to eat dinner, and they didn't even know who he was. It's just."
And the problem was your daughter couldn't swim, but Brady was with Brady, so you couldn't tell him. You almost just killed him.
Oh no! Yeah.
It's okay. Just let her go.
I just
Throwing
taught
her,
her.
throwing her
It was
like the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah. So Gronk's just coming over for dinner. Why? Because you have a family and he needed.
Yeah, Gronk and I
stories
lived.
like that.
We lived right around the corner from one another. I actually lived like a quarter of a mile from the stadium. My next door neighbor was Brian Dable, who was my tight end coach, and he and I hit it off. We were buddies, and then Gronk lived around the corner. Edelman lived like 2 doors down. Patrick Chung lived next door. Like we all lived in the same area. So Gronk would come over on Thursdays to get a home cooked meal. He would come over and eat. I was over at his house all the time because he had a guy who lived with him who did MAT, muscle activation techniques, and my knee was done at this point. So I'd go over there every night, and he'd just have this guy who lived with him full time work on me for like an hour every night. It's pretty sweet.
One time Scott was locked out and he successfully guessed Gronk's gate code.
Wow, that really
that's
makes a
true
lot of
story.
sense.
69 was incorporated.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, was it 6969?
That's exactly right. Yes.
So we all could break into Gronk's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So literally, I walk in and he's like, "Oh, I just saw your text. How'd you get in here?" And I was like, "I guessed the code." He was like, "Oh, you're smart. You're smart." It was the first guess.
You don't even have to look up his birthday or anything. You just,
How many times has he been hacked?
yeah, right. He's got to get two
I
factors.
don't think it's just like a house in a neighborhood. It wasn't like overly it was a nice house, but it wasn't like overly extravagant. I don't know how many people knew he lived there or not.
He always had an entourage.
Yeah, he was pretty down to earth. I mean, Gronk was one of those dudes who, he plays the bit a little bit, but he's a smart guy. Like we get in the meeting room and he knew everything. It wasn't like they were having to dumb it down for him or anything.
I was always surprised too. Like he didn't drink at all during the season, ate pretty healthy.
Because he seems like a party
you thought
frat
he was
guy.
partying all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I think just when he does it, he goes pretty hard.
On the after-season cruise.
Yeah, the cruise. He asked me if I wanted to come on the cruise, and I was like, nah, I got my fourth kid on the way. I think I'm going to get on the Gronk cruise.
What were you like as far as nutrition in your playing days? Were you like Tom Brady?
Just probably like the rest of my career, pretty average. No, like eat Dairy Queen sometimes, and then other times I wouldn't eat tomatoes for a week.
Hey, Alyssa.
Oh, you heard her?
She's worried about Josh's health.
Yes, we all are.
So you're a Bills family there?
Oh yeah, we love the Bills.
The Mafia.
It was there's not enough like good things to say about Buffalo, New York, and the people there, and like just how fun a place it is to play. It was really, really awesome, and we were bad. Yeah.
The Bills make me wanna shout, kick your heels up and shout, throw
Look
your
at him
hands
go.
up and shout, throw your head back and shout. Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now.
James Cook,
Now come on
man,
and shout, yeah, 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 yeah.
He's killing us.
Shout it right now, baby.
Yeah, Joe Brady has been a godsend for not just all the Bills, but James Cook in particular.
What did you think about that article? Did you read it?
I did. Yeah, the tie
retirement
gun
thing?
article. Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff in there was not so great, but winning seems to cure a lot of problems. So
yeah.
Did you ever go to the Dave and Buster's in Buffalo?
No.
What does that mean?
No.
I think.
I mean, I've been to Dave and Buster's, but not to the one in Buffalo.
No, I think Marshawn filmed a video there where he was just talking about all his favorite places to go in Buffalo.
Dave and Buster's.
And then Shane Gillistan did a podcast where he's friends with Gabe Davis. And so he went to a game and they went to Dave and Buster's with the whole team afterward. And he was like, I guess this is what they do as a tradition now because it's the hot spot to Buffalo. There's not a ton of action.
No,
I loved it there though.
I used to go to this little place called the Warehouse near the stadium after games, and you'd get terrible food, but there was games and stuff for the kids to play right there. So you just drop all the kids off and let them go. Man, this Bills running game is really coming around at the right time of year here, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks.
They were running all over us.
Yeah.
100%.
It was more fun than when they had the Eagles guys on last week.
Yeah, my family's not mad. They're all excited.
So how'd you go from the Cowboys to the Bills?
I got cut by the Cowboys and claimed by the Bills. In fact,
preseason?
No, this is like after the Thanksgiving Day game.
Oh wow!
I played Thanksgiving, went and hung out with the family for Thanksgiving, came back on Monday, and they grabbed me right as I walked in the door. And so the Bills actually were trying to pull a guy named Martin Rucker, who was on the Cowboys practice squad at that time. They were trying to take him, and the Cowboys didn't want to lose him, so they cut me and we played the same position, cut me and brought him up to the active roster, and the Bills claimed me, and it was the best thing that happened in my career.
Who cut you? Like, who do you talk to?
I talked to Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the year Wade Phillips got fired, right?
That's right. Yep. I was in Green Bay. Yeah. That was actually, I recorded my first stat in that game that got Wade fired. I had a kickoff return for 11 yards. That was the first stat I had in the NFL.
How?
It was my third season. I hadn't played much.
No. How are you ending up
like a short kick?
Yeah, it was a squib. I was in the wedge.
Nice.
I was pretty happy with an 11-yard.
Yeah, that's solid.
It's a good average.
Yep. That's what I'm sticking with. It's what that ended my career average too, somehow. Surprisingly.
You weren't on the hands team?
Yeah, I was on the hands team. Luckily I never had to field one though. I played in Buffalo, we weren't doing a lot of we weren't receiving a lot of onside kicks. We were more kicking the onside kicks at the end of the game.
Back when they could load one side of the line too.
So wait, you got drafted by San Diego.
Yep.
And then what? You get released?
So
Injury?
Drafted, was there my first year, played in one game. Was like I was on the active roster, but really glorified practice squad. Played in only one game, didn't record any stats. Come back my second year and have kind of carved out a niche for myself. And in the last preseason game, I tore up my toe.
Okay.
We're out for the season. I was out for the season then. So
Your what? Your toe, you said?
Yeah. So I tore all the sesamoid is like under the ball of your foot, my big toe, and all the ligaments to your toe attach and all the ligaments in your foot attach. And I tore them off both sides. So I had to go fly to Charlotte and get everything holes drilled into that sesamoid bone, and they had to put all the ligaments back together. So that was a long recovery. That was actually a really bad injury. It was a full year recovery. So they cut me when the season was over. Just a few
Melissa's
seconds
carrying
behind
this
you guys.
podcast right now.
Yeah, she's crushing it. Oh, Ivy's here too. What's up, Ivy? You want to come over here? No, she almost.
Is anyone saying we're ahead of them? Because it
Yeah.
feels like
a little bit, like by segment.
No, we are. Scott, are we getting that in the comments or no?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
What
just an
do you got cable?
No, we did our first one on DirecTV and we had to pause it. So now we're doing it on YouTube with the YouTube TV stream.
That's what I'm on too. So.
And yeah, so
Just
other
takes
people
longer.
I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know either.
Still in this, boys?
No, we're not.
Come on.
I'm with you.
You just told me it wasn't going to be bad weather.
I'm with you,
pre-game.
Jake.
And look,
That's what they kept saying.
yeah, Michael Copeland, he does nothing but wins.
I thought it was Cakeland.
It is. If you
It
look
is.
at him, it'll be cake.
Definitely know it if you saw it.
Oh, here we go, Jake.
Nice.
Yeah, that's why it came up earlier.
Yeah.
Although this might be a different commercial because in this one he's not dancing to disco.
I think they're doing
Okay, yeah. It's the same commercial.
Yeah.
Yep. Credit card money.
Yeah, I'm on board with it. Yeah. I'm on board with anything that incorporates the Bee Gees in the commercial.
I respect it. The fact that you have one musical passion.
And yacht rock.
Yeah, that's true. You did do a full yacht rock segment during COVID that I enjoyed quite
That
a
was
bit.
pretty good. That's awesome.
Oh, I kind of like this one with Timothy Chalamet and the Moody Blues.
He's
Pretty
moody.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was asking your brother about this earlier. Like, did you feel he kind of told us a story about your recruitment, but like, did you get offered by anyone else before your senior year? Like, what was the list looking like?
So didn't start as a junior. And then we got to the playoffs and they decided to throw it to me. I had like 500 yards and 5 touchdowns in 5 games in the playoffs. So I started to get a little recruitment, but I was still I was skinny. I was like 6'7", maybe 190. And I was never that fast. I could change direction, but I was never that fast. So I ran like 4.7. And I kept going to all these camps and I'd dominate the camp, but they were like, I mean, you look like just a basketball player, like an Ivy League basketball player or something. So nobody offered me. And then I went to Iowa's camp, and literally after the first hour and a half, Ferentz is like, I don't know if you're a receiver or a tight end, but you look like a football player to me. We're offering you right now. And so like that got out there that I got offered, and SMU then called and they offered me. But then I committed like a week later because I was really impressed that I went to all these other camps and did the same thing that I did at Iowa's camp, and Iowa was the only one that offered me. Now they did have my brother sitting there who was 6'7", 265 pounds, so maybe that helped them see what I was going to be.
But you never got to take like a visit where he hosted you.
So I did take a visit after it was like in January that I took my official visit, and it was the worst idea ever. It was like -10 in Iowa. It was terrible, and yeah, I think he didn't host me though.
I was gonna say, I don't remember that. I don't think I hosted you.
Yeah, they
Seems like that might have been a bad idea.
They didn't want you just to play video games the whole time.
Watch my 600-pound life.
Yeah.
You're a fan?
Oh man, that's
what you
Scott
guys
just,
did?
Scott just described our trips to Vegas.
We're not big gamblers, so we just go to the hotel room and watch my 600-pound life. Dream about what that would be like. We could do it.
Those are my people. I'm telling you.
Get an extra seat on Southwest.
Yeah, that's right.
It's true.
So were the kids all born in Buffalo? Is that why everybody's a big Bills fan?
Just one of them was born in Buffalo. So they're all. I had one born in San Diego. One was born in August. She was born in Iowa. My second one, and then Buffalo, my third one, and then my last one was after I was done playing. My son, who you saw, he was after I was done playing, so he was back in Iowa.
But it is intriguing that you stayed in Iowa, but you're from here. Your wife is from Iowa, right?
Yeah, Iowa girl.
And you just do whatever she says? That's what's going on
Always.
there?
Yeah. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? I thought that was what marriage was. You just do what your wife says.
Dan?
Well, talk to Jake. He's your guy.
No, I like it.
Obviously, Nathan said, look, I'm going back home. This is where I belong.
Yeah, he went back a lot sooner than I moved around for a while before, settling. Honestly,
It's looking good.
I didn't have quite the funds when I got done playing that Scott did.
Yeah.
I bought a house here in 2010 when I kept getting cut. It was actually the lockout year. I got cut by the Cowboys and claimed by the Bills with 4 or 5 games left in the season, and did well in my time with the Bills, but that's not really enough time to establish yourself. And then the lockout happened. And so I bought a house in Iowa because I was working out at Iowa with guys like George Kittle, who was like 210 pounds, and he was always going to be.
It's not as fun when we're losing.
No.
You guys should just become Bills fans. The Bills are fun to cheer for. Like, we got Josh Allen. They can be your AFC team.
Nah, the Chiefs are my AFC team. Sorry.
Yep. Well, you're going to get back-to-back week here, then, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I was in Kansas City last week with my 10-year-old for that game. That was what she wanted for her birthday, was to go to the Bills Chiefs game.
That's awesome.
She loves
awesome.
She loves the Bills.
I don't know.
Was that Diggs that she got to play catch with before the game?
Yeah, so I got some pregame passes, and she's wearing this hat that says "Throw it to Diggs," and so he comes down. He's always interactive before the game, and he comes down and he's like, "Well, let's see if you can throw it to Diggs," and he pulls her out on the field, and then he moves away like 20 yards, and I'm like, she's 10. And she almost throws it over his head. She throws a perfect strike, hits him the spiral right in the. Everybody down there was, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. But
So she's a huge fan now.
yeah, huge.
That's
fan.
awesome.
Yeah.
She's playing catch with Diggs. She was thrown in the pool by Tom Brady. Did Vince Lombardi drop her off at kindergarten or anything? Or were there any other?
I was gonna say she'd meet Aiden.
Her uncle's Nathan Chandler, so that she got
that. Is
going
true.
for her, too.
That is true.
But she's left-handed, so we won't let her play quarterback.
What are we doing here?
Just Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, it's Beverly Hills Cop reboot.
Is it this Netflix only?
Oh man,
is that Judge Reinhold?
Yeah.
He looked
arrested
terrible.
in Love Field, right?
Yeah, I think it was Love Field, not DFW. But maybe it was
What
a
did he get
weird
arrested for?
situation. He had some sort of meltdown. Yeah, or pills or something. And I think he was like, or no, I'm conflating stories. I was going to say he was supposed to be on the hard line.
He was on with us.
He was on with us.
Yeah.
They were getting on.
I got a picture with him.
Yeah, no, I remember getting him in. But there was someone else they were
But
supposed
he
to
got
have
arrested
on from
like
the 80s.
right after that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Someone in the comments will know, Blake.
Is he from the 8? Well, Blake's not even looking at the comments. He's
I'm
so busy.
keeping an eye on it.
He's busy not booking guests.
I'll just have another slice, Uncle Hotmail.
Tensions are so high when you're getting mollywomped on the road.
Don't know that I've ever heard that term.
I don't know if I have either.
What did you just say? Let's
Molly
explain it.
From Mario?
I mean, I knew what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did
Got
too.
the point across, yeah.
But Molly Wonked?
Womped?
Womped?
With a P?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You have?
That's-
Yeah.
Many high school coaches, probably where I
Okay.
have mostly heard that word. Because it
Grew
was
up
happening
down
to us a lot.
Yeah, okay. You guys ever play Richland, Scott or Nathan? You guys ever beat up on the Rebs?
No, we played Birdville, but I don't know Richland. I don't remember playing. I played Halton, played Birdville. I don't know if I ever played Richland. We played them in 7-on-7 in the summer before my senior year. Jake, did you come to the? Was it? It was in the Dragon in our indoor facility there at South Lake.
I believe I did, yeah. Was it like a league type game?
Yeah.
Did you guys have a league you were running like weeknights there or something?
Were you guys in high school the same years?
Roughly. When you graduated
03.
Okay, yeah, same year.
Yeah.
We definitely were on the field at some point together in the summer. Those games are so much fun.
Yeah.
Like the summer night 7-on-7 games. The weekends could be a beating. Like they were fun too, but it's just like you're there for you got to drive 3 hours away. You're there for 9 hours. But just like the Tuesday or Wednesday night, we just have a game, maybe two, locally. That was fun.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved 7-on-7. It was a blast.
And fortunately for you, you played for a team that actually put some of that to use during the season rather than having you work concepts and timing all summer and then run 10, 11, 12, 13 midline and veer.
Yeah, that was Nathan's offense, what you just described.
Yeah.
I got to have Todd Dodge. I was lucky.
Scott, actually, after we won the state championship, for some reason, Boswell had a 7-on-7 tournament like the week after the state championship. And some guy that had graduated the year before wanted to play in it. So he tried to get a team together where everybody left town, but Scott was around. So we grabbed him. He was a 7th grader, 8th grader.
Yeah, going to be an 8th grader.
And we just went and won that tournament.
I was like a 5'9" squeaky voice, slow, but I could catch.
Reliable.
Yeah, that's right. I was the Dalton Schultz of the 7-on-7.
Kind of there early.
Yeah.
Lunch pail.
Angles are just on point.
Yeah.
Footwork.
Mm-hmm. Knows where to be.
Coach on the field.
I think I snapped it most of the time in that 7-on-7 tournament, though. So
putting in extra work.
Why didn't either one of you guys think of getting into coaching?
I coach high school football.
Oh, you do now?
Yeah. And if Drew Tate gets on, you guys are going to be huge in Iowa. So, maybe you could sponsor my high school team or something. We could have, one regular end zone and one dumb zone.
I need to be.
You're the head coach? You're not the head coach.
I'm the offensive coordinator.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys sling it around?
We do. Yeah, we led the state. We've led the state in passing both of the last 2 years.
Special runners.
82 yards a game.
Yeah, sometimes sling it to the running back. Got a guy like Rathman back there.
Of course. Play the hits for us.
You should come down and play Witten's team.
Yeah, I wonder how that would go. I don't know. What their taps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proud alum, by the way.
That'd be interesting because we're class 5A in Iowa, and that might be equal to TAPS in Texas.
Yeah, they were really, really bad last year, but I think they went undefeated in the regular season this year.
And they won state.
Did they?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about
Steps.
doing the Kevin Kelly thing? No
Oh,
punts,
Yeah, I think
onside
about
kick
that
every
all the
time.
Yeah, I'm the offensive coordinator. I just try and keep the ball all the time. Like go for it every fourth down. I like it.
Have you adjusted to that as the game is adjusted?
We punted like 8 times this season.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Yeah.
We saw Kevin Kelly's team, not coached by Kevin Kelly anymore, play Witten's team.
Yeah.
And it looked like Witten.
I told Dan like the first 5 minutes of the game, I was like, it looks like he's seeing the first man who created fire.
Like he had no idea
Like, he
what
was
was
just
happening.
like,
His
what?
head is spinning. These guys, they onside kick. They just get the ball
They
back.
onside kicked out of the gate. They scored 2 plays later on like a lateral play. They onside kicked again and got it back, and it was just
It was unbelievable.
like, why is he? How can you even yell at your kids?
They're really good though. Like it's Pulaski, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is hard. It's hard when you play a gimmicky team anyways. Maybe they run the triple option or the wing T or something. I think that's really hard defensively. Offensively, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't care if you run some stupid defense. I can attack you different ways, but I think for a defense, when those guys just line up in weird formations and you don't know how to match up, especially in high school, it's really, really difficult.
So when you guys were in Iowa, and we're just having to fill here now because they're just getting the absolute piss kicked out of them, because there was, not to be critical, but not a ton going on. Like, did people in town recognize you?
Oh yeah.
I mean, you, I guess for sure, but like you just go anywhere. Like, I don't know that like TCU's quarterback everywhere he goes in Fort Worth is recognizable.
No, I feel like, obviously when you're playing, everybody knows who you are. And even now when Scott and I were together, we kind of stand out.
Yeah.
You'll get recognized now.
Together, if we're alone. Scott gets recognized now as a elite girls softball coach.
That's true. Yeah, no, I had some real humbling experiences this year. I'm in Des Moines at the regional volleyball tournament for my daughters, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, man, I know you." And I was like, he's like, "You're that softball coach, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yes, I've coached third base for my daughter's softball teams, and that's where I'm getting recognized now. I got recognized 3 times this summer as that softball coach. So doing some good stuff there."
You guys know Mike Ducey?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I talked to Ducey yesterday. I was trying to get him to come on, but he's at the Bills.
He's working the game.
Oh. And he said Scott hooked him up with tickets or something last year, right. Sometime recently with Iowa.
Ducey's a great Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all that means is I just told the guy who hooks up people with tickets.
Dang, dude.
Like, Tug! Oh!
Are you kidding me, bro?
This kind of seems like
Are
that Green Bay game that you were in.
That's right.
The defense kind of just olaying and letting them score.
To me, it feels like that Ravens game from, was it last year or 2? It must have been 2 years ago, right, Blake? Because it was during the Mike Nolan year when a Ravens lineman in the end zone on a play like that just stared right to the camera and yelled, "Easy fucking money."
Yeah.
I mean, this was going to be like, this is not the game for the Cowboys to, like, they would have had to play perfect. I mean, the Bills they're back against the wall. They're at home. They just coming off a big win in Kansas City. Dallas coming off a big win. Like, the team that needs it the most usually gets it. And the Bills need it bad. And they're freaking good. Like, they should never be 8-6. What's their point differential? It's ridiculous.
Is it?
Yeah, no, they've lost
They have
like
like
4
this-
games by 15 combined points or something.
Oh, really?
And like
second best
goofy
point.
losses,
Yeah.
right? Not
Really goofy.
Yeah.
Better than
The Broncos, we have 12 guys on the field when they miss the field goal.
right.
So bad.
No, I think they're a lot better than their record implies. Obviously.
All right, so here's what I used to do. Typically, when I was playing a team like South Lake, I'm like, all right, we got about 11 and a half minutes. We need 4 touchdowns. It's obviously going to be 4 and outs when they get, or 3 and outs when they get the ball back. Probably have about 16 offensive plays to score 4 touchdowns here.
Nah, they should put in Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush.
How does he say, here we go?
we
He
might
does
get-
do it, right?
He does
He
it.
comes in and does it half-assed, right?
Yeah, we might get a
Still
chance to
white.
play.
Here
it.
we go.
Here we go. He tries his best.
Very female instinct there.
I know. Just super
Just
empathetic.
try
Y'all don't. You mean to him.
Here, wait, I got a Cooper Rush. Here we go. Let's see.
They do.
Here we go.
That's not horrible.
No, impressed.
That sounds pretty much the same.
Is it dumpy or is it just pink? Like, is it?
No, it's nice now.
Okay.
It used to be a little dumpy. It's pretty nice now, but yeah, it's still pink. So you guys having Josh Lewin on this week or what?
What? Matt Hicks. Yeah.
I will say my favorite person you've had on so far was your lawyer. That guy was fire.
Yeah, he's
Brunig.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
next
great.
level. Yeah, he's you don't want to run into him.
Did Akash ever do the shrooms?
I don't know. We were texting with him the other day. I think he.
Well, that's just insulting right there, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
The jump,
That's-
yeah.
Just like
I never
I'm not
did
even
that.
in the end
You
zone
never
yet.
did that?
I'll still do it.
Yeah.
Play with a little class.
That's
Nathan
right.
Chandler's never doing a full front flip.
Yeah.
Trayvon?
That's right.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
we won't.
Oh, Al Harris got him. They're figuring it out right now. You're supposed to tackle him.
Yeah, I mean,
Joining us now is Al
Yeah.
Harris.
Get
This
that
really
trade.
helps your Purdy MVP bet.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Dak has 100 yards.
And Jalen might not even play.
I don't think Josh Allen has 100 yards.
I don't think he does.
James
Jalen
Cook
Hurts?
has like 200 yards
When do they play?
tonight. They play Seattle tonight, right?
Is it tonight? I thought it was tomorrow.
Uh,
Tomorrow night. That'll get it done.
Are we establishing the run?
Get out to the flat.
How important is
check
it for
now.
you in Iowa high school football to establish the run?
We say establish the fun, and then after that, it's all gravy.
Yeah. Josh Allen has completed 7 passes.
Jeez,
And they're up
man.
31-3.
7?
Yeah. They have 252 on the ground.
How many yards does Dak have right now?
I think 64.
Yeah.
Feels like.
Okay, so whatever he gets is garbage after that.
Almost died. CD's dead, and
Just take them all out of the game.
What's he
I
sniffing
told you,
now?
put in Cooper Rush. This is not the time to try and be a hero.
We need to get Gallup and Cooper Rush going.
Is there? I always think that Dak puts his receivers in the spot to get blown up a lot.
Yeah, that's the NFL. As a receiver, you're going to get, especially if you're over the middle, like you're going to get blown up.
Okay, so there's no. It's not like Tom Brady would put it in a better spot. Well,
No.
Tom Brady
I
probably
would throw
would.
it really low and then
So-
go catch it safe.
Tom Brady got me blown up a few times.
Really?
Yeah. One time I got flipped. Aqib Talib hit me right on my ankles, and I landed on my head.
You ever get knocked out of a game?
Scott got his bell rung. Yeah.
Yeah, I got Fitz threw a pick one time, and we were playing the Patriots. Brandon Spikes looked at me. I already had 2 touchdowns. I killed the Patriots. It was the only thing I did good was kill the Patriots when I played for the Bills. And I had 2 touchdowns, and Fitz threw a pick, and Spikes looked me up, and he hit me straight up under the chin, and I was out before I hit the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's that like when you come to? Where were you?
My right tackle was like grabbing me and pulling me up, and he was like, "Come with me." And I just ran over to the sideline with him. By the time I got to the sideline, I was fine. I went and passed I passed the concussion protocol after that.
Oh wow!
Might tell you a little something about
Of
that.
2010 or whatever.
And so every
Yeah.
player knows, like, you can't. I mean, I can lie my way through any of this.
Yeah, when you take the concussion test, you do it like you're
Yeah,
done.
honor code.
And then you can pass it real easy when you are done.
Didn't you had a deal where you kind of had a bright light where you couldn't see Brady was going to throw you the ball again?
Oh, that was the same game. He flipped me. Yeah, so he threw me a slant and he threw it pretty high, and the safety came and flipped me, and I landed straight on my head, like hard. It was in Denver, and it was 0 degrees, and it was a blizzard, so the ground was real hard. It was frozen, and I got up and I just like seen stars. Like when you blink a lot, that's what it looked like. And I come back to the huddle, and Tom's like, Chan, sorry, bud. I'm coming right back to you right now. And I was like, no, do not throw it to me right now, Tom. I was like, I can't see. And he's like, okay. So we ran a play. I come back, and he's like, can you see now, Chan? And I was like, yeah, I can see. He's like, all right, babe, I'm coming back to you. And he threw it to me the next play.
Bills forced to burn their second time out. And he fires end zone. He's got Chandler for the
Got it?
I'm trying to find something.
So the legend of Babe is real.
Oh, babe. Yeah, babe, all the time, babe. Oh, babe, that was great, babe. Just like that, babe.
I did see that Spikes was fined $21,000.
Yeah.
But you don't get that money
for that.
And I think he was quoted afterwards saying, my owner will pay that fine. And I think Kraft did.
All right, can you pull me up, Clayton? Let's see what we got here. All right, hold on. I'll get a little audio. What's this?
Bills forced to burn their second time out. And he fires end zone. He's got Chandler for the Buffalo touchdown.
What do we got there?
Yeah.
What's the shovel?
So that was, we were playing the Jets. And if you notice, that was in Detroit. So we got 6 feet of snow in Buffalo in this like 36-hour span. So the game, they had to come get me from, so this is Tuesday, it starts snowing. And everybody's stuck in their house, 6 feet, like unbelievable. You can't believe how much snow that is. And
Golly, man.
Was this the week y'all's neighbors were shoveling you out of your driveways?
So yeah, I mean we're all shoveling each other. I lived like all of us lived really close together in Buffalo too. So on Friday, they're like, hey, they call us and they're like, hey, we're gonna come pick you guys up on snowmobiles. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, we're gonna get you to the airport and we're gonna fly to Detroit. And I'm like, cool. I got 3 kids and a wife here, and there's 6 feet of snow. Like we don't have any milk or eggs or anything. I was like, how are they going to get to the grocery store? And they were like, well, we're sending all the equipment that we were going to send to the stadium to try and plow you guys' road and get you guys all set up. So they went and plowed every player out in Buffalo and they picked me up on a snowmobile, took me to the facility. We went to the airport, flew to Detroit. And so that game was on a Monday night in Detroit. And I caught that and did the shovel, because that was just what we've been doing all week. We've been shoveling snow. And it resonated with the Bills fans quite a bit. They loved it. So that was a good one.
That's a throw.
Yeah, well, that was what that
Why
was.
can Von Miller play?
How or why?
Is
Should
he
he
playing?
be in trouble or something?
He's not in jail right now?
They'll be like after the season, and then he'll get some repercussions. But right now, we need him to play.
Well, didn't she call and say everything's okay?
Yes.
Yeah, and that usually means it was probably nothing.
Yeah, that's normal.
I don't know. I'm not really jumping into this.
Yeah, no. I don't blame you.
No, you defend Von Miller. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, big 4th down.
Shut up, Chappie. Oh my gosh, dude! Oh my god! Horrible, man.
Oh,
Let's go ahead and call it a night.
They got way too
look, it
cocky.
got tipped.
No, it didn't.
No, it's wet.
I wanted to hope so badly.
You said
Outside
something,
linebacker.
Dan, like we do this every year where we're already talking like we've won it. And the second we start doing that, this happens. And it's true. just get way too cocky and they need to humble themselves a bit. So I guess the Bills have humbled us.
Yeah,
this
like I
year's
s-
different. Come on.
Well, like I said,
Everyone
maybe that's a
leave me
good
alone.
thing for now.
Yeah.
That it's happening now.
Right
and not
now,
week
yeah.
1 of the playoffs.
Right.
Reading your story headlines is funny now.
You don't bring up my hits. You don't bring up my wins. do ya?
Oh, I forgot about the story. I was right there with you. I was like, yes, Jake, this is
This
different.
team is different.
The good news is that I'm sure my editor will find it very comical when I just send him at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Never mind.
That's the whole story.
Just hit
Never
publish.
LOL.
That's what it means to be a Cowboys fan right there.
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to go with Scott's angle and just
All
say
right, let's
this was unwinnable.
Clayton, let's take a look at this one.
No, go beat Miami.
In this one, I'm wondering, is Scott thinking he's going to do a dunk it over at the goalpost celebration and decides differently?
At the 11, just under 4.5 remaining in the third.
Let's take a look at it. He looks up.
Nah, maybe not.
Was that what happened there?
Just spike
That
it.
was when you think about throwing it into the stands.
Oh,
as
okay,
far
I
as
thought you were
can.
thinking about dunking it. I'm going to
And
dunk
then-
it.
no.
Nah. Okay.
Then you
All right.
remember that if you throw it in the stands, it's like a $5,000 fine. So
For real?
yeah,
Wow.
just do
Is
the
that true?
white spike. It was definitely true when I was playing.
It's a $5,000 fine.
Yeah, they probably either went up or
20
yeah. If you throw it or like punt it into the stands, they're fining you.
Well, that is the no fun league.
No doubt.
You ever find?
Yeah, I got fined $7,500 for an illegal cut block one time.
Like both the kids just stared at it. Like what?
What is that? Is a cup?
7,500. 7,500.
Like, did you know at the time, or
No,
was it like a mistake? You slipped.
No, I cut the guy. It was a great block, actually. I didn't get no flag in the game. But yeah, I got some little FedEx in my locker, appealed it, lost. I don't think you ever win an appeal. They just, all you do is appeal to the guy who like made the decision, and he just makes the same decision again.
And what is that like? Does your agent call, or do you have to be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, man"? It's
got Venmo.
I don't remember. No, it just they take it right out of your paycheck. You don't even get a chance to pay it or not pay it.
But they look really organized on defense here.
Yeah, there's
Josh Allen's backup's last name is Allen.
Yeah.
No way.
Kyle Allen. In fact, Heidi here one time was like, "Hey, Josh just changed numbers. He just changed numbers."
I saw someone writing that this game could determine the MVP between Dak and Josh Allen. And I'm like, what? I didn't think Josh Allen was
in
high
the
up there.
running.
No, he has too many picks, but he is 7
But
for
right
15
now, I
for
guess
94 yards and a touchdown.
Purdy has to be number one, doesn't he? Did Purdy have a big day?
Yeah,
you guys know I
yeah.
took Purdy when he was like plus 1,300.
Oh, we know.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe Joe Flacco.
Flacco. I don't even know who else it would be.
I feel good about your Purdy bet.
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I would rather see McCaffrey. than
Tyreek.
Purdy.
How's Tyreek? Yeah.
Yeah,
How's he
Tyreek.
for
He didn't play
the?
today. He didn't play
He
today,
didn't? Oh.
It should be it should be McCaffrey instead of Purdy. Like if you were actually talking about
Yeah, I guess
value.
running backs.
Well, 'cause
are
when
more
he
valuable
wasn't
than
there-
quarterbacks.
he's a special player.
Special
No, 'cause
runners.
yeah, you're right. I mean, Trey Lance looked the same as when. Of course, he didn't have.
Yeah, but so did Garoppolo look pretty good.
Not MVP good.
Is he having a better season than Cooper Cup a couple years ago?
McCaffrey?
No,
We're
Tyreek.
on the three.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
I think so.
Yeah, triple crown.
Okay, that was nice.
That was a bad run. There you go. We're just giving the Cowboys something to throwing them a bone.
Does Dak come back out here?
No, come
Hope
on.
not.
You shouldn't. Just take a knee.
We'd be fine with that, I think.
I mean,
Family would be fine with it.
Look at it. It looks miserable there, raining and everything. You want to get out of
oh, there he is. Yep.
This reminds me of I was playing Carson and Madden last night, and we had a game like this where I was the Cowboys. I just said, "Go do your homework."
That's got to be. What's the split? How often does he get you?
He's pretty good. The controls now. I grew up on Tecmo Bowl, so I got up, right, left, right, A, B.
Right.
I'm not ready for
Run
all these
inside,
other.
run
There's too many
outside.
buttons now.
The game passed you by?
Yeah.
Do you ever beat him?
I can beat the other ones.
Okay.
Just he's got my number.
Could you imagine if Cooper Rush came out here and just started?
Yeah, he's adept at playing. And
well, Jerry wants quarterback controversies, doesn't he?
That's right.
Weather.
Maybe they should bring in Trey Lance, see what he's got.
I forgot that he even existed.
Did you?
He's inactive,
How much
so that would be
interaction did
great.
you have with Jerry?
Man, Jerry was really, really awesome to play for. Like, he literally made you feel like he knew who you were when you were on practice squad. And I remember I got back. So I was with the Cowboys on practice squad for a year, and I got pulled off the practice squad by the Giants. And I went to the Giants, and the Giants called me Chris for 6 months. And so I had a good feeling that wasn't going to work out. But I went back to the Cowboys, and when I got there, we had to go practice at TCU because remember the indoor had blown over. So we were always outsourcing indoors. We would go to South Lake a lot, and Witten would always be yelling, "Where's the statue, Chandler?" They didn't have one. So we go to TCU, and it's my first day back, and I'd been 88 the year before, but then we drafted some guy named Dez, and they gave him my number. And so I was 86, and I caught a pass, and Jerry was on the sideline. He just walked in. He was like, "Oh, it's good to see 86 back in here. We love those homegrown Cowboys." And I just remember being like, he knows who I am.
Yeah, that's cool.
My name or not, but I remember, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't know your name.
Probably.
Did Dez ever know your name?
Definitely not. Yeah, no, definitely not. Dez had a rough rookie year. Oftentimes we would go to meetings and he would just stay on the couch in the locker room for a few minutes, maybe take a little nap.
Really?
It was, yeah.
I know
he just had to learn out.
He was the I wouldn't carry pads guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to carry anybody's pads.
Oh, there he is. It's so cold.
He did have. It might be fun to just go back and look at everything that happened his rookie year. Like he paid somebody like $500 to cut for the iPhone.
Oh, I don't remember
it was
that.
like at North Park or the Galleria, and it was being released. There was a long line. He showed up like right before the doors were about to open and just handed somebody cash.
That's awesome.
So yeah, he rubbed all the bets the wrong way, especially Roy.
Hey,
Roy
it's
Williams
Michael
hated
Gallup.
Roy Williams actually did hate him.
So
Because that's who wanted to carry the pads. Yeah.
And they killed him at the rookie dinner. I don't know how much it was, but it was way too expensive.
55,000.
Yeah.
Why don't we just get somebody killed while we're out here?
Golly.
Yeah, CD looks like he wants to be.
Yeah,
there.
he's looking like who can come in for me.
Oh, he's limping.
Yeah.
So they had a commercial with Michael Irvin just a second ago. I remember up in Buffalo one time, Michael Irvin came up to a thing that Scott and I were a part of, and Scott was telling a group of like 10 people, of which Michael Irvin was one of them, about the whole closed bit. Doing his Michael Irvin impersonation.
And Michael Irvin wasn't aware of it at the time?
Oh, no, he was. Yeah, he knew about it.
Oh,
This was probably like 5 years ago.
He rolls with it.
He loved it. Yeah.
Oh, no, he was, him in a group of people. Like, he's entertaining everybody. He was sitting at the bar, and he was holding court.
Now, I know in the beginning he didn't know, but eventually he knew so much that he would do that at the end of preseason.
Yeah.
No, he was leaning into it. He liked it. Shooter McGavin was in that group.
What?
He was.
Oh, really?
Every time I've seen Shooter, he's been pretty.
Oh,
yeah. Into something. I don't know. He goes hard.
He's had some legal issues.
That's awesome.
He's Shooter.
Yeah, I want that.
Everybody just calls him Shooter. His name is Chris, but he just goes by Shooter.
All right, so now, Richland is playing South Lake or whatever. What's going through your mind now, Jake? Do you still have enough possessions?
Probably, yeah. I mean,
you just got to score in 3 plays, though.
Yeah, and then
These
this is where
3-yard passes
this
are
is
not
where
gonna
we
get
start getting into. We're going to need probably 2 onside kicks,
You got Deron Bland.
but watermelon kick, something wacky. And I'm telling myself it's wet out here. That probably increases the chances of being able to
Yeah.
snag an onside kick. We can still
It's better for the
maybe
offense.
do this, but
Got to be real creative.
But we got to establish the run right now.
That's right.
Yeah, that's.
Well, we like a nice balance.
Get
Sure.
Gallup involved.
Yeah, Gallup had a 10-yard pass.
I'm cursed forever on that one via Blake.
He saves all those headlines.
It probably will be why I quit writing. What in the world was that?
Dak's like, hey, I thought we agreed we're throwing 4-yard passes.
Turn around.
What are they doing? Why do they have Dak and Tyron and all those guys in? You're down 31-3
On a wet field.
This is where Garrett would be banging timeouts at the end.
Number 7.
Was Garrett inspirational?
I mean, he's.
All right, that's your answer.
Did you ever have an inspirational coach? I feel like
Belichick.
Players don't care much about
Yeah.
being
Rah-rah.
inspired. Yeah.
No, Kirk wasn't that way. Chan Gailey wasn't that way. You know, Gosh,
Wade.
I'm sorry. Fake Chan is probably my favorite character that Gordon does. Just
It's
because,
very underrated.
Yeah.
Oh my god! So I know Chan like really well, and the stuff that he says is like Chan does kind of have the delivery. His delivery is really good, and then Chan will go country on you every now and then. But when he's got him climbing up a telephone pole to make the call, it's pretty great.
The Cowboys are having a hard time.
Yes, they are.
Man, you said it, buddy. You said it.
Yeah, there's the article.
Mark that, Blake.
What do you think they should do?
You should give them a cut.
Lose.
Well, they're going to lose, but what should they do right now? Score?
No, throw a pick 6.
Throw a pick 6. You want them to score for the Bills?
Oh gosh.
Okay.
I think I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, so I don't know if everybody will remember that I was once one of the 88s with the
I was going to say,
Cowboys.
you're a member of an illustrious.
I'm going to throw my,
You meet up with
Pearson.
Antonio Bryant.
Yes,
You guys all
Mike
get together.
Williams,
Do y'all have
Brian.
meetings? Y'all have dinners together?
Yeah,
The other 3 do.
yeah. There's a main difference between me and all those guys.
Of course.
They were
They were
good.
wide receivers.
You haven't met
the
Post
main difference,
Malone.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the only one.
and I'm less like Dak's girl, or not Dak's,
Dez's.
Dez's girlfriend.
This is just excruciating to make them stay out here and throw the ball with Dak in the game. Oh, okay. This should be interesting.
So Jake, did you know that Jake Ferguson is Barry Alvarez's grandson?
I did not.
I actually I played for Barry Alvarez in a college all-star game. And I ran into him a couple games ago.
Oh.
And I was-
Okay, Dak.
I don't know where you live. I asked him, I said, so you live here in the area? And he said, no, my grandson plays for the Cowboys. And I was trying to think of an Alvarez on the Cowboys, I said, what's his last name? He said, it's Ferguson. I was like, oh yeah, I know.
That's
I've heard of him.
crazy.
Also, he had zero recognition. I said, I played for you in an all-star game.
Yeah, no, that's a
Blankness.
deep cut.
Blankness looking up.
Yeah.
Was it his son who got in trouble for microwaving a parrot?
What is that?
You never heard about that?
Yeah.
Am I giving you a Kemp spin?
No. I remember that being involved in their program.
Because I almost thought it was his grandson, but maybe it was his son.
He was alive?
Oh, yeah.
A live parrot.
Yeah.
For
It was
part
like
of it.
frat bit, something.
Oh, man.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah, it was
that's
Chad
what guys do.
Was it really?
Who was it?
It was Chad Alvarez.
Is that his son?
Yeah.
Good callback.
That is great.
kind of fun.
Apparently, it says a University of Wisconsin student was charged Thursday with cooking a live parrot in a microwave, which doesn't feel like an official legal charge.
What do you think the parrot said? Like as it was.
It says apparently to get revenge against a fellow student.
No. That's worse than skinning a
This
cat.
is irresponsible.
What are they doing?
It really is. It's
Gosh, he's
just
just getting killed.
we don't really need the win.
We need the touchdown, though.
Yeah, what's the over/under?
This is pride taking over.
This is a crazy story.
You always do feel proud when you only lose by 21 as opposed to 20.
Yeah, I mean,
Sniff.
I think
Sniff it. Come on. Jump in the kettle.
And you can carry it over to next week.
All right, Jake. 2 onside kicks right here.
Yeah. Probably
you got the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts. You know?
that's very.
You can stop the
that's
clock
very
4
true.
times.
Since we didn't review that fumble, we still have not called a timeout either.
You know what this
wow.
is?
I didn't even think about that.
That was
You know,
a big play early.
This is momentum leading into next week.
Yeah. I just said that.
Oh, you did? Sorry.
As I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I mean, let's get out the chart.
Well, you're still down 3 scores here. If you went for 2, you'd be down 3 scores.
At least Aubrey still got that streak going, though.
That's right.
could you imagine if he messed that
That
up
was
in this game and then it fucked him up for the rest of the season? He got the yips or whatever it's called.
Like none of these were bad
The
calls,
yipes.
but they were very
Seriously,
impactful.
Yeah.
There were some bad things that happened early on, like Sam Williams missing the blocked punt and just demolishing the punter.
Those are definitely.
Oh yeah,
was
that
that?
was.
There are definitely some key plays that you might not remember.
Yeah. Do you have
I
5?
bet Norm will have 5 of them for us this week on Dry Dock.
Look at that. Dak's stats are way better.
Yeah. 7 of 15, and you give up 31.
179 rushing yards. Seems like they're really gonna have San Francisco and Christian McCaffrey figured out. They have to hope that somehow they lose because they're not going to beat San Francisco.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Somebody just got to show us the blueprint.
Is hope a good strategy?
Yeah, what is this?
I've never seen this formation.
It's going to take a while to get to that one.
Here comes Scott Chandler.
Yeah,
with his-
exactly.
Way better return than that guy.
Yours were 11 hard yards. Fighting for every inch.
Falling
Did you
forward
ever
the whole
slide?
time.
No, probably should have a few times. I wasn't what you would call a great run after catch guy. I was more of a catch and fall down guy.
What are they going to do
I'm
here?
going to call Drew Tate.
What?
Now?
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, you might as well. Go ahead.
I'm leaving when this is over. I just want to make it very clear.
I brought my keyboard. I was gonna play a little for you.
Oh, you're just giving him a random call since he didn't ever.
Yeah, he was a bit tied up. What's up, Drew?
Hey, what's going on?
Meet Scott and Nathan Chandler. I guess
Hey,
not
buddy.
meet. I guess you know him.
DT, what's
Meet
up?
you.
We're live on YouTube.
Long
Everybody,
time,
Drew Tate,
fellas.
the great Drew
Yeah.
Tate.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Man, really cool to hear from you guys. Hey, dog.
Hey, buddy, where you at these days?
That's a long time. I'm in Houston right now. I just got back, actually.
You should stop by.
Where are you guys? Are y'all okay? I know Scott's in Iowa. Are you
I'm here in
Dallas?
South Lake. I'm in the Dragon's
South
Den.
Lake? Nice, man.
Where are you working these days?
It's a good place to be. Well, I just finished up coaching receivers actually in the CFL for Saskatchewan, and they had let our coach go right at the end of the season there, and so kind of been like looking out, you know. So it was actually funny. Like so I just got back from Hawaii, crazy because just wanted to do like a 2-weeker out there, and then like right before I left, I was talking to a team. They're like, hey, yeah, you know, da 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 da. We want you to come over and be receiver coach. And then like I get a call yesterday back from my previous team, you know, they're talking about, hey, we want you to come back. So it's trying to figure that out, I guess. Y'all know how that is.
What was Nathan like whenever you got to campus? As he was in the quarterback room with you, was he nice to the new guy?
Yeah, no, Nate was awesome. Nate was, you know, I think he and Scotty Bowe just always, you know, the same every day. They never too high, never too low. I thought, you know, they were really consistent on what they did, and no, it was cool. Like it was really neat to get to learn from Nate, and it's funny, you know. I mean, you know, you tell you stories about the quarterback room and stuff like that, and the guys, and then Coach O'Keefe and stuff. Like, I wasn't in the quarterback room with Brad Banks, you know, obviously, but those other guys were. And, no, that was a great time, and it was cool to get to learn from all those guys. Yeah, Nate especially, because Nate went to Texas Tech, junior college, and back at Iowa, right? Like, so at that time, you know, that's a journeyman back then. When now it's normal, right? Like, so it was cool to get to be around somebody like that.
I heard you used to tell people you should be starting, not him.
He wasn't the one doing it. It was all the fans.
Yeah. Exactly right, fans. Yeah, who knows? No, but I didn't know. Like that was the thing, right? Like, you know, in those meetings and things like that. Well, okay, hey Nate, like why this? Why this? Okay, well that's like an overfront. Okay, the safety's in that box. We got to run here. We got to run there. So like that was the thing too, right? All I knew really was just pass game and coverage beaters and things like that. But now we have protection. Now we got run game. So that was. That was really
going
to. Really huge.
We're not really going to throw it too much. We don't want to throw it. We want you to hand it off, Drew. That was what was fun about Drew.
Yeah.
Well, Drew got lucky. I mean, Drew's first year at quarterback, all the running backs got hurt, and he got to throw the ball,
and we won because of it.
And that's what got him. Yeah, to number 8 in the nation.
How did you end up at Iowa?
That was me.
Yeah,
it's a good story.
How did I end up at Iowa? Well, it was crazy. So, my dad is a high school coach here in Houston or here in Texas, but he's from Iowa. He played quarterback in Northern Iowa in the '60s, and so I guess and my dad would always do clinics and things like that. He was always into, you know, kind of going out, branching out, meeting people, learning things like that, and he actually taught at the Iowa football clinic the year before, but I was committed to Texas A&M at the time, and so this was like the spring of '02, I think, or something like that. And so I think, I believe it was like when all those guys were competing there at Iowa for that job, and my dad was like, "Oh man, they're pretty good. They got some big dudes." He said They said Coach Ferentz is this new and up and coming guy. Never heard of him, you know. I mean, back in 2002, right? And so, you know, make a long story short, it just ended up like, well, Brad had graduated. Nate was the going to be the starter. He's going to be another fifth-year senior, and then after that, it's pretty wide open. So I went up there, took a visit because A&M had fired R.C. Slocum, and so I wasn't interested in going to A&M anymore with Dennis Francione, and it just ended up, popping up on a visit and got to see Iowa City. They were prepping for the Orange Bowl, and I just thought it was cool as hell.
Confirm for these guys the story that I remember because we're about the same age. When did you receive your scholarship offer from Texas A&M? How old were you?
Well, 16. It was because we had just, you know, and down here they had those 7-on-7 tournaments, right? And they had the state championship at Kyle Field in College Station. And see, I was trying my hardest, like out of high school, to go to Purdue because of Drew Brees and all that stuff. Well, Kevin Sumlin was the receiver coach at Purdue who recruited the Houston area, who, like, you know, since my dad was a coach, had a relationship with. So basically he got offered, I guess, to come down to A&M like that spring or something. So then when we were there in the summer and won the state championship there in high school, they offered. That was when they offered.
I could have sworn I remember that it was like 13 or 14 or something, but maybe that was just like they had showed interest
16.
or something. And you actually beat my team in the semis on Kyle Field that year. I was there.
Who was it?
Richland. We actually overperformed significantly and made it to the Final Four on Kyle Field. And then I remember, who is this guy? He was like, how big were you at the time, height-wise?
Oh, dude. Like,
Is he tiny?
No, I don't know, 5'10", probably like
He
$150.
He seems, I'm like, this makes no sense. And he was just killing everybody. Yeah, a legend.
But didn't Richland beat you later on in your high school career at that 7-on-7?
Possibly.
If so, I wasn't part of that.
I know.
Elvis was very proud of
Burnett
that.
did my senior year, and Burnett had the quarterback that went to A&M, Stephen McGee, and George Shipley. Those dudes were really good in high school, at least on 7-on-7. They were. I remember playing those guys. Those they were pretty good. And man, my freshman year, actually, we went to a state tournament at A&M, and we were in the same pool as South Lake Carroll. And I think so. That would have been the summer of '99, and I think like Nate and them won it the year before in '98. I want to say, or something like that.
I've heard that. we did. We started it off.
What a group of legends.
Yeah.
All right.
7-on-7 legends.
That was cool.
You saved the end of the Cowboy game.
I thought it was gangster. I thought the South Lake guys, they were all gangster. They wore just wife beaters. I remember that. I thought, like, oh, that's cool. They were just, they were good too, man. They were on it. They didn't drop balls, they were sharp.
Always in the right place. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Drew, you saved the end of the Cowboy game for us. The Cowboys are getting drilled, so we're barely watching the game
I could
anyway.
see a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's over now.
I couldn't see a lot of it. Was there turnovers and crazy stuff, or was it just kind of like
the
a
refs?
beatdown, or?
So, yeah, the refs. You know how that is.
Scott's happy though. Scott's a Buffalo Bills legend. So
absolutely, I bet he is.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. He
All
should
right.
be.
You guys have any parting words for your?
I've got a question for Drew. Drew, Tim Hortons. What do you think?
Man, to be politically correct, it's great, but personally,
Sucks. Dude, it sucks. Tim Hortons sucks.
More of that.
It's horrible. What do they get? Oh, it's donut holes.
You mean tidbits?
Yeah, Timbits.
Timbits.
Yeah,
man,
it's a chunk of a donut.
Y'all say that, man. I swear.
Yeah, they've got in Buffalo.
They go, oh man, these are great donuts.
It's like the worst coffee, the worst. Yeah, everything's the worst.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Absolutely, that's funny. Tim Hortons. Did they have Tim Hortons in Buffalo?
Yeah. And I remember being like, "Oh, this must be like the Starbucks here." And I went there and I was like, "Can I get?"
Yeah.
Wait, you guys don't have a breakfast sandwich? They didn't even have a breakfast sandwich when I went there at the time. And then like later on, they got a breakfast sandwich, and I went there and it was terrible too. So yeah, I never went.
Yeah. Just dry, yeah. Yeah. No, man, I know. I know. That's funny.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you again saving us from the end of this terrible Cowboy game, and we'll keep your number and we'll talk
man.
soon.
Yeah. I'm sorry it took so damn long. It's been the longest damn day of my life. But it's awesome to hear from you guys. That's cool, Nate, Scott, man. That's cool. I appreciate the call and the chat.
Love you, Drew.
All right, see you, Drew.
Good luck out
All
there,
right, man. Y'all take care.
See you, brother.
See you.
Yes, you too.
All right. Sounds like somebody's.
Are you gonna let her know?
Yeah. Somebody's. All right. Well, Scott,
one for the road.
Any
I got
parting
this one
words
from before? I appreciate it.
Any closing thoughts?
No, I think you should just get them to play the live piano and sing it live on the way out.
We've got I
That's
brought my
right.
keyboard, so I mean,
Let's go. Do it live.
fully capable of doing it.
You could just sing a cappella.
Yeah.
Do a little Bobby McFerrin type thing.
Yeah, I'll harmonize. I'll sing the bass.
Thanks for the pizza, Dan.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are. I don't like you. All right, yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks to everybody for coming out here. Thanks to just everybody. Let's just say that. Yeah. And
thanks for having me. This is like if I had cancer, y'all are like my Kevin James.
Yes.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
It's an ender.
Yeah, thank y'all.
All right.
Right, all right, all right. Right, all right. I never listen. I'm gonna listen. I wanna listen to the dum-dum. Yeah, it took a while, but